crane. He, of course, is going to be representing and high on top one of those fire trucks, one of those ladder trucks. And that's how you're going to see your Astros players today. They'll be on top of Houston Fire Department ladder trucks and fire trucks high above so everyone can see them.
I am wondering, we did a story earlier this week with Sherman Chow talking to a couple of the wives of the ball players, and she said it was an explosion of babies born to Astros players in the last couple of years. I wonder if they're going to bring any kids on this parade route today.
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, we saw on the field after Game 6, the World Series clincher, Alex Bregman, his wife, Reagan, little baby Knox had the little baby headphones on, the little noise-canceling headphones.
That's how they roll.
That's
they
how
just
they
suit
roll.
them up with the headphones and let's go.
Martin Maldonado's children, his daughter is very influential when it comes to his hair color.
Oh, really?
The different types of hair colors we've seen.
And
seen
Altuve's got a
purple.
couple kids.
Yeah, so the families are so important to these guys because win or lose, 0 for 3 or 3 for 3, when they go home at night, that's the support system that keeps them grounded.
And there are your Astro stars that you saw, some of our Astro stars, the ladies that you see down on the ballpark at Minute Maid Park cheering on our team. They're walking out now. We hear that the players should be walking out shortly, so we know we're getting closer to parade start time, so it's only a matter of moments before we see them make their exit and start to load those buses. The entire team ready to celebrate today, and we're looking forward to seeing them. And Jason Bristol, for 5 of these players, this is a repeat performance. This is deja vu being a part of this parade.
It is, and this one, I think, certainly has a different feel because many people would say, I don't think the players would say this, but this one was for the haters.
Yes.
I mean, Jose Altuve was holding on to that World Series trophy so much after that game, and no player receives more hate, undeservingly, by the way.
I agree.
Absolutely.
Than Jose Altuve.
So I mentioned this earlier. I was at Yankee Stadium in June when the Astros were in a series against the Yankees. I could not believe. I mean, I know they get loud and they boo, but they were cursing at Altuve. His first time at bat, he got hit by a pitch, and they're yelling, "Hit him again!" And I was sitting there going,
It's
"I cannot
very
believe
hostile,
this."
yes.
It was really hostile. And then, of course, we won that series, and we owned them in the playoffs because we swept them. So, we shut it down.
And this one is proof. This one is proof that the Astros are a dynasty. You get one World Series, okay, yeah, there's a lot of teams that can win one, but this sustained period of success now capped off with a second World Series, and our Jeremy Booth, former Major League scout, believes this championship window is still open, possibly for the next 5 years.
Whoa.
And that's because the team is
1 year at a time.
right.
1 year at a time.
And he says that because the team is so young.
Yes, and also when you look at contracts, there's a number of guys that certainly their contracts will be expiring, but they've also locked in a number of key players. At the very top of the list, Yordan Alvarez, who signed a contract extension during this season. Alex Bregman is locked in. You also have players who are not eligible for free agency for a few years. Luis Garcia.
Yeah.
You also have Jose Urquidy, Christian Javier. So you have all these pieces in place, and the fact that they're locked down is so huge. And then you can go out and supplement and find other pieces to move in to help.
They have done an incredible job because who would have thought that 2 of our favorite players, George Springer, he's the one that hit the Springer dinger in Game 7 in the 2017 World Series against the Dodgers that won the game. And then you had Carlos Correa, who was like, what time is it? Both gone. And they just never skipped a beat.
And fan favorites. Not only were they delivering for the team, but there was a reason why they were fan favorites. And really, as a longtime fan of the Astros, as a native Houstonian myself, it made me wonder, who's going to be the guy that steps into Carlos Correa's place? Who's going to step into George Springer's place?
The rookie.
And bam, not only the rookie, the MVP. Of the World Series.
Well, it's very interesting because center field was a bit of a mystery situation throughout most of the season. They tried Jose Siri, they tried Jake Myers. Chas McCormick was floating between a couple of different outfield spots. And then Chas certainly rose to the occasion in the postseason. But think about this. If the Astros do not make the trade for Trey Mancini, which deals Jose Siri, it's a possibility that Chas McCormick does not have this incredible postseason because Dusty might have used Jose Siri more.
Yeah.
And listen, no one expected what Jeremy Pena was going to do, how he's done it. but what a revelation that guy's been.
It certainly has been. Hey, we're continuing to watch the fans pour into downtown Houston. Let's go ahead and check back in at the KHOU 11 studios with Ron and Reka.
Hey, Mia. Yeah, you guys are making some great points out there. It's a dynasty, and it's going to be a dynasty for years to come.
This win, as Jason said, was really for the haters.
Yeah, there's a lot of haters.
We proved them wrong. You know what's so exciting? This is a fun day to be on social media because everyone is posting and tweeting and sharing videos, whether you're down on the parade route or maybe you're at home. You've got, the prime seat on your couch because you have the day off from work. It's so fun to be a part of it, and social media helps us with that. Brandy Smith is actually tracking some of the best posts that she is finding. Okay, show us the latest and greatest, Brandy.
Well, guys, we have cameras all along the parade route, right? But your pictures, as you're stationed along there, give us the best vantage point. So I just want to go through a couple of them that we've seen this morning. Folks out there early, getting that front row seat right along the fence there. This was taken at about 8 a.m. And you can see 4 hours before the parade how many people are already stacking up, outfitted in their Astros gear. I'm going to scroll through some of the posts from KHOU 11 crews who are out there, including our Zach Tawatari. This is what he's seeing at Smith and Preston. Len caught this photo on his way to the KHOU 11 stage. Jason Bristol's photo. I mean, you can see, as I'm showing you these, how many more people are filing in, packing in from downtown to midtown. There's that picture again. I guess I just wanted to show it to you twice. There we go. There's Sherman's photo. These are a couple Cypress fans who have found a great vantage point watching right over the bridge. I'm going to show you more. Keep looking. Tag us, KHOU 11, in any of your social media posts. But for now, let's check back in with Len and Mia.
All right. Thank you, Brandy. We're about an hour and a half away from parade time.
This is the pre-parade party taking place right here along Smith Street, where the parade route, the parade procession will pass by. We're going to capture all of those moments for you. But guys, I want to talk about how special it is to be back here and be along the parade route again. It's like deja vu.
Yeah.
5 years ago, the three of us did this before. And it's one of those things, when you have a championship, you never know when it will happen again. But something told us with this team, despite it all, Jason Bristol, here we are.
And when you consider the global pandemic we were in, and the fact that 2020, this Astros team was one game away from the World Series, playing in front of 0 fans. And I think because of the way life has changed, I think fans are there's a lot more gratitude that they're able to be a part of this.
Yeah, get to the ballpark.
Yes.
Be at the ballpark, cheer on their guys, get their autographs, catch a foul ball. And now, yes, it's another parade, and it is, again, a model of consistency that we do not see in baseball throughout the history of this game.
And I think I wanted to make this point that, if you've been here a long time, Mia, you're a native, so you have your favorites from the championship years of the Rockets, right? They were legends. And also with the Astros.
Cruz,
so if you just got here, you've got your favorites to last you for another generation. You got Altuve, you got Bregman, you got Alvarez. You now have your favorites because this is the team of this generation.
Astros will be talking about for decades, and Astros who started that foundation for our dynasty, Jason Bristol.
No doubt, and I imagine we will see some of those Astros. Jeff Bagwell, Craig Biggio, Enos Cabell, all are very involved with the organization.
Yes. Right now we're having a drive-through. These are the Budweiser Clydesdale trucks. They're also going to take part in the procession today. Along with your World Series champions, you're going to see a lot of sights and sounds of Houston's best at performance. We're talking about a couple of marching bands from our top universities here, Texas Southern University, as well as the University of Houston. Those Clydesdales will be stepping high and stepping strong here along Smith Street as well.
They clearly have dropped them off at the beginning of the parade route. Our Sherman Chow, who has been converged on at every game, she's at the parade doing the same thing. Hey, Sherman.
Oh, you know what? There is no happier place on earth right now for me and a couple 100,000 of our best friends to be along this parade route. Take a look behind me. It is like in an ocean of blue and gold, blue and orange on both sides of Smith Street here. It's like the parting of the red or the orange and blue sea. And there are flags, there are jackets, there are necklaces and earrings, headgear, every kind of tribute to the Astros you can imagine. Got to tell you, it's getting a little warm out here because it's Houston, even though it's November. It's a little humid and I'm feeling a bit dewy, also because of the huge crowds out here. But yeah, we have also seen other vehicles coming down the streets here, 18-wheelers with "Congratulations Houston Astros" painted on them, HPD officers on ATVs helping with the crowds. You can see the officers in the streets now just kind of getting their pregame ready as well. I wanted to introduce you to this young lady right here. This is Beverly. Hi, thanks for being with us. And if you will notice, she is completely outfitted, literally head to toe. All right, so Beverly, tell me about this crown you're wearing.
Well, I wanted to represent Space City, and it was time for us to win, so I made it. It took me like a week to make, and so I have one for my husband too, but he has to work today, so he's not here.
Oh, shoot. Somebody had to work, so the missus is representing. And I know we can't really tell, but it lights up too.
Yes, it does. It lights up around the crown, and then the top, the spaceman lights up a little bit. So it actually broke, but my dad, who works for NASA, he's an engineer, he put the wires back together for me.
So we got a ringer here, a little inside scoop with a NASA engineer helping out with the Space City crown here. All right, and I love the shoes too.
Thank you.
Got to check those out. And we're gonna look up here. She got her necklace. Check out these. The nails, and yes, the earrings. All righty, I'm not even going to ask her about her underwear because I'm sure it matches. All right, so here's a preview. You can see all the folks behind us. They are been ramping up, ready to go. Great spirits. And you know what? And I'm hoping earlier they were trying to do the wave. So if we are lucky, maybe we'll get another shot of that a little bit later on. And look at this crowd. How amped they are, how ready they are, what good spirits they are in, and the parade doesn't even start officially till noon. Lennon Mia.
I tell you, Sherman, I feel underdressed after you visiting with that young lady. Everything from the commissioner's trophy had gear. She had the nails going, the shirt, the
But you've
wardrobe.
got earrings. Show the earrings, Mia. Come on now.
Oh, you know I do.
There we go.
I have a whole Astros wardrobe that dates back all the way to 1970 something. Yes, absolutely. Can't fit it all anymore, but it's all there.
I wanted to point out, a friend of mine sent me a text with a picture, Yordan Alvarez swinging a bat, hitting the Liberty Bell of Philadelphia.
Yeah.
That speaks volumes.
Yes, making that crack a little bit bigger. That has definitely been circulating.
We broke some hearts.
And it's amazing because Yordan, up until that point, did not have a good World Series. He was 2 for 21. And then Jose Altuve, Alex Bregman, Dusty Baker, before the game, all said to him, "This is your time. This is going to be your game." And Yordan delivered.
Boy, did he go deep.
He
Talk
did.
about deep. That's one of the deepest, right?
450 feet over the batter's eye in center field. A baseball executive texted Jeremy Booth, our Major League Baseball analyst, and said, "I've never seen a ball hit over that batter's eye in a game or in batting practice." And Yordan Alvarez, he has immense power, 37 home runs during the regular season. This is a guy who's going to hit 30 to 40 home runs every season. But all of you people out there already know that.
We know that. And the only reason we didn't hear more about him was because of what Judge was doing.
Yes.
Which was ridiculous.
Yes,
so,
no doubt.
You know,
Yep.
but look.
Okay,
right.
we want to get to some live pictures. Right now, we understand the man that the Astros did it for, do it for Dusty. Dusty Baker is making his way out of Minute Maid Park, getting ready to load onto those buses. The Astros really wanted to win this for Dusty.
Oh, without a doubt. And Dusty Baker, when you look at the number of career wins for him, Dusty Baker, more than 2,000 career wins, 2,093 at the end of the regular season. His faith in his players is what sets him apart. Guys go 0 for 10, 0 for 20. He still believes in them, and there is a lot to be said about that because the margin of error in Major League Baseball is so slim. You need a guy behind you who believes in you. Sometimes that is the difference between winning and losing.
I know in the post-game show, Dusty Baker had talked about for him, he was asked, do you feel a sense of joy or do you feel a sense of relief? He said he feels joy because he wasn't thinking about it. All of us were thinking about it, how he had not yet clutched that championship ring. And so he just said it's nothing but pure joy.
But that's Dusty. I mean, we hear from him before every single game, and Dusty's the coolest guy out there,
cool.
right?
He's got a little swag.
He says dudes a lot. I like that. Hey, we'll be right back with our parade coverage after this.
The KHOU 11 weather team is serious about keeping you weather smart, tracking storms sooner, alerting you faster, giving you critical time to prepare with smart tracker technology. KHOU 11's team of certified meteorologists track every inch of the Gulf Coast, studying every disturbance, every moment of every day. Always accurate, always ready for serious weather. The KHOU 11 weather team, keeping you weather smart.
H-Town, are you ready to celebrate and party with your world champion Astros? Mia Gradney along with Lynn Cannon, Jason Bristol here on deck to walk you through and talk you through and show you the sights and sounds of today's victory parade with your Houston Astros. 5 years in the making, although we have come very close.
It's very interesting to see which players will receive the largest ovations or the loudest ovations.
It's going to be hard.
It's going to be hard. Martin Maldonado is one of these guys who plays hurt. Martin Maldonado had a broken hand and a sports hernia at the end of the season and continued to play on.
How do you do that? How do you catch with that kind of injury?
We did see a lot of one knee catching with one knee down, and I wonder if that had something to do with his injuries. Craig Biggio also coming out. Craig Biggio, the Hall of Famer, the legend. He is a part of this organization, a guy that we see always hanging around the batting cage before games, talking with the players. Jose Altuve,
He's the legend from another generation.
Without a doubt. Him and Jeff Bagwell. We see Craig around a lot. And, of course, his son, one of his sons, plays for the Toronto Blue Jays.
Yeah, the Killer Bees that we had here in Houston in the early 2000s to carry us through Astros baseball then and cheer for them.
And now we have Hunter Brown. Hunter Brown, the top pitching prospect in the organization. This guy throws straight gas. Straight gas. Lance McCullers Jr. struggled in the World Series, unfortunately, setting a record for most home runs allowed in a game. But Lance McCullers is a guy that this fan base loves because he says, I'm going to be here forever.
Yeah.
H-Town is
and
my
he's
town.
a career Astro.
Yes.
They do a lot of things in the community. Look, he had one bad game.
Yeah.
It's going to happen.
It happens.
Yep.
He can make up for it. He'll get another shot.
We also see Ryan Stanek, who is lights out as a reliever. Ryan Stanek, a guy that James Click, the general manager, brought in and really solidified that bullpen. There's Jason Castro, a former first-round pick, got hurt this season, longtime major leaguer. He's one of those guys that in the clubhouse, the guys rely on for advice, their approach. So Jason Castro, even though wasn't playing, is a huge portion part of this team.
And look at that hardware right there. You know what that is. That's the commissioner's trophy.
Remember last time?
Somebody dropped
2017.
Took a little ding.
It got dented up a little bit because it was dropped or knocked over during a private event.
Well, it's hard too, right? Because on a day like today, it's going to pass through so many hands.
Presley's kid has got some wild hair.
Oh my gosh, that hair that's like a Yuli do right there.
Gosh.
Ryan Presley,
La
the closer.
Peña haircut.
Wow, and of course he and his wife Kat is very active on social media, and Ryan Presley was also lights out. He pitched in 10 of the 10 games, 11 games this postseason.
So reliable for this organization.
So reliable, and that was really the story of this team with the bullpen. The bullpen was the best in baseball and continued to be during the playoffs. And there is Chas McCormick. Chas McCormick, a product of Millersville University in Pennsylvania, D2, and becomes one of the heroes of the postseason, of course, making that incredible catch in Game 5.
You and McCormick have a little history because I saw you in Philadelphia talking to him on the field after he made that catch.
Chas McCormick is from Pennsylvania. I worked in Pennsylvania for 11 years, and there, of course, is Justin Verlander. And Len reminded me of this before the broadcast, that Justin Verlander and Kate, they were not here for the last parade.
They missed the first party.
They had a big shindig going on.
Called a wedding.
Yeah, that was it.
What was that about? What would upstage this moment? Oh, one's wedding.
It was okay. It was okay.
And Justin Verlander finally getting that World Series win that he did not have in his career. And Justin Verlander was a guy who, obviously, coming back from injury, really put things in perspective. And there is the rookie star, potentially a superstar at some point. That is Jeremy Pena, the man who won the American League Championship MVP and, of course, was the World Series MVP.
Let's listen in at this point right now. We're hearing from some of the players.
There's going to be more than 1 million people here.
I hope so, and I hope the whole city's there. We're looking forward to it.
Jeremy, what have the last 48 hours been for you and your teammates?
I don't know, I've been on cloud 9. I still haven't processed everything that's going on, but yeah, this is special.
What do you expect to see along the route? You talked about your fans. On this now, they're going to get a chance to get close. What do you expect?
I'm just looking forward to seeing all the fans. Just them cheering us on. We're going to try to engage as much as we can, and it's going to be pretty cool.
If you could speak to them all at once, what would you tell them, Jeremy?
Thank you guys for everything. The city, you guys were great to us all year, and yeah, we did it.
Who have you heard from in the last 48 hours? People congratulating anybody noteworthy or anything unexpected as far as people reaching out to you?
So I've heard from a lot of people.
Jeremy, ¿cómo han sido las últimas 24 horas para ti desde que ganaron el campeonato?
Bueno, las últimas 24 horas han sido algo especial. En verdad que esto ha sido un sueño y nada, vamos a disfrutarlo ahora con los fanáticos. Bueno, yo digo que el plan siempre ha sido ganar, porque aquí en este equipo hay una cultura de ganar y volver a la Serie Mundial y gracias al Señor se nos dio.
Okay, guys, I'm going to bring him down here, guys.
Yeah, hey guys, look, this is what we've got behind me. Trey Mancini, you just heard from Jeremy Pena. That's Trey Mancini coming up behind me. The players are starting to come out. You've been seeing them stream out of the stadium for a really long time. There's Trey, he's walking this way. Come on, if we can follow with him and see if we can listen to some of the things he has to say. Obviously Trey Mancini had a big Game 6, and this is such a huge moment for him, for sure.
What do you expect it will be like? They said more than 1 million people could be here.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. I heard they shut universities, schools down today and everything like that. So just shows how special it is to play here that everybody's going to come out and support us like that today.
Trey, what have the last 48 hours been like for you?
Incredible. We had a good time celebrating the other night and got to hang with family yesterday and kind of recover and prepare for today. So can't wait for today.
Trey, if you could speak to all the fans at once, what would you like to tell them?
Just thank you so much for your support. It means the world to us. We felt the love the other night, and to be able to clinch here at our home park was absolutely incredible.
Have you thought about if you would want to come back here next year?
Of course I'd love to. I had such a great experience here, even throughout some of the trials that I went through at the plate. This team, just being a part of this was absolutely incredible. It made a tough time enjoyable. That's all I can say. They were just so great.
Thank you, Trey.
Yeah, thanks.
Alex Bregman coming up.
This is awesome. Cannot wait. There's a lot of traffic coming into the ballpark today. Actually got to see tags on the way in when we were driving in. So a lot of excitement. Super excited for this day. Finger's good.
4 weeks and we'll be back there.
Stay right there, stay.
this was your dream to have this happen and do it in front of your hometown fans. What's it been like?
Dream come true for every single person in here. You know, you work all year long very hard to try and accomplish winning a championship, and we did that. I'm so excited.
How crazy it'll be to have more than 1 million people out here celebrating with you.
It'll be crazy, but awesome at the same time.
Alex, you said January 17th, you said this year, big things ahead in 2022. Did you ever dream you'd have a son and the second title in 5 years?
Oh, it was unbelievable. Just to be able to celebrate a championship today with my family here, my son's here, everyone. We're going to be riding on the float for the parade, and I think everyone in that clubhouse believed that we could do it, and I think that's a big reason why we did do it.
One more guy. Tips can you share to the newbies that have been here before in championship parade for how to soak in this moment?
Enjoy it, have a lot of fun doing it, and remember it when you go to spring training so we can do it again.
All right, he's got to go, guys.
Thanks, Alex.
I'm going to try to get Frambo over.
Hey, that was Alex Bregman. Now we have Framber Valdez right behind me. He's doing the interviews in Spanish. Basically, he's being asked what this moment is all about for him. And he says, you know what? From this moment on, I will always be a champion, and nobody can take that away from me. And I got to tell you, he was sensational in the World Series. I know Jeremy Pena won that World Series MVP, but there was an argument to be made for Framber Valdez because he was so good in that World Series as well. Framber and I talked actually before the World Series started. He adjusted his mindset basically from last year to this year, and now look at him. I mean, he's one of the more popular players here, that's for sure. Making him available here to talk to us. Like I said, he's doing the interviews in Spanish, and he's being asked what's next for him. Well, you just got to keep working because it's not over yet, right? That's what Yordan Alvarez, his father, told me the other day on the field. He told his sons, like, hey, this is fantastic. Let's celebrate it, but it's not over yet, and the party's just getting started for this franchise because he's definitely one of the young pitchers. And there's Framber. He's leaving, and the players are about to get on the bus. Don't know if we will hear from anybody else right now, but we will keep you guys posted. Guys, back to you along the parade route.
Me siento muy lleno de orgullo, muy lleno de emoción al ver que ganamos la Serie Mundial una vez más con los Astros, y me siento bien porque el equipo está contento y la ciudad está contenta.
Yeah, the last 48 hours for me have been filled with a lot of different things, a lot of emotion, a lot of pride for me. Obviously, we won the World Series again, and I feel very happy for us and Astros fans.
Robert, what would you like to say to Astros fans? You speak to them all in unison.
¿Qué quiere decir a los fanáticos de los Astros? Si puedes decir algo a toditos.
Le damos saludos, le damos gracias a los fanáticos de los Astros que nos han apoyado al máximo y han reconocido y reconocimos su apoyo. Los queremos mucho, como siempre lo digo en la entrevista. I love you, fan de Astros, and that's it. Thank you so much.
Yeah, obviously.
All right, we got to go, guys.
Yeah, obviously, just want to say hello. Thank you all the fans for all the support. You guys supported us through the match, and just want to know that we do recognize that, and how we finish saying.
Thank you.
Thanks, Robert.
That's the last guy.
Hearing from pitcher Framber Valdez. There's such a star here in the postseason, he is. And the players giving us insight on just what the last 48 hours have been like for them. So special, exceptional.
And we also peeled back the curtain a little bit. You saw our camera trying to gain a position to see these guys, to hear from them. That's what it's like in the clubhouse. People a lot of times are asking me, what's it like after the game? Well, that's what it's like. We're all trying to jockey for position to be able to get our microphone and our camera in there to get a good shot of these guys, to hear what they're saying. So we peeled back the curtain a little bit. That's what it's like after a game as well.
I know they're really jazzed today because they're going to be around all these fans. They must be exhausted. 162 games, 13 playoff games, all that drama, all the travel, all of the hype, then they finally get it done, they get to relax, but they must be exhausted.
But this is what it's about.
It is.
This moment.
It is, and I think that this is really, this is the moment where they get to enjoy it because they have blinders on for 162 games. They will check their phones and social media, but a number of players told me, during the playoffs, I try to shut all of that stuff out of my mind so I can have a clear mind on what I'm doing and what's at stake. So this is the time where they can really exhale and really, truly take it in, what this experience is like, not just for the team, but also for all the fans.
All right, folks, we're going to stay right here in the heart of downtown Houston, getting ready to bring you the whole entire victory parade celebration for your World Series champions, Astros. We'll be right back after this.
Academy Sports and Outdoors has the gifts to make this your most fun Christmas ever. From game tables, to bikes, to team sports, and the best from Nike, Adidas, and Under Armour, golf, and grills. We've got everybody covered this holiday. Merry Christmas from everyone at Academy Sports and Outdoors.
The KHOU 11 weather team is serious about keeping you weather smart, tracking storms sooner, alerting you faster, giving you critical time to prepare with smart tracker technology. KHOU 11's team of certified meteorologists track every inch of the Gulf Coast, studying every disturbance, every moment of every day. Always accurate, always ready for serious weather. The KHOU 11 weather team, keeping you weather smart.
It won't be long now. We are counting down to the start of our Celebration Victory Parade with the World Series champion Astros here in the heart of downtown Houston, H-Town, representing this morning. Thousands of people out here. They're predicting at least a crowd of 1 million because that's what we saw in 2017 for our victory parade there as well. We had the police motorcycles taking off down at Minute Maid Park. Just right before the break, we saw some of our champion players, Daniel Gotera, visiting with them. The police motorcycle escort getting ready to roll here, and then rolling out, shoving out of Minute Maid Park will be your World Series champion Astro
and
players.
The buses, as they start to roll out here, man, when they get downtown and the fans realize that the players are here, it is going to erupt for an entire 3 miles of the parade route.
And this is also how these guys will travel during a road game at Yankee Stadium, Citizens Bank Park. They arrive on buses with a police escort. These fans, happy to see him. When you're in those other cities, there's some different kinds of salutes being done.
Absolutely. This is what we've been waiting for, to see those buses on the move. You can't have a victory parade without the people you are celebrating. So it won't be long now before we get started. We have some overhead shots courtesy of Air 11 at this hour, giving you the full view, the full scope of what downtown Houston looks like as it prepares to celebrate along with the Houston Astros. What a weekend it's been. I think for so many people, the party hasn't stopped since Saturday night.
It has not stopped, and our Zach Tawatari is one of our team members along the parade route. Let's go to check in with him now. Zach.
Something like that.
Sure.
Are you good with that?
They're at the first.
What's your name?
Zach Lee.
Hi guys, yeah, we're at the beginning of the parade route here at Smith and Preston, and one of the big things I've been noticing, this line here is like 40-50 people deep all the way back here at the start for people waiting to get a view of the players as they come by. We're just about an hour away from the start of the parade, and one of the coolest things I've noticed here so far is just all these different names on the backs of these jerseys. We've got Altuve, Urquidy, Bregman, we've got Alvarez, and we've talked to a lot of fans about why this team connects so well with the city, and we've got a big Astros fan here, as everybody is. So, first of all, tell me, what's your name?
Hi, I'm Zach Lee.
Zach, okay, I like that name, very good. Really? So tell me, we're just talking about this. Besides the last out of the World Series, obviously, what was your favorite moment of the postseason?
There were 2 Alvarez home runs that I think tied. Just turned it all around.
Can we get a cheer for the Alvarez? And I also wanted to ask you, speaking of just all the different names we see, all the different favorite players that people have, why is it that this team connects so well with the city of Houston?
Look at the city of Houston, man. We're all kinds of people, and the Astros are all kinds of people, and we see ourselves in them, and it's awesome.
Doesn't get much better than that. When the fans see themselves in the team that's representing them. And like I said, we're still about an hour away from the parade starting here, but everybody is having a good time. I've loved to see how people have... You hear it, everyone just so excited to see these players, but it's been really nice to see everybody spread out. Everybody has been so nice and cooperative, and
Houston fans are the best fans, I tell you. Hospitable, courteous to one another. That's how we roll here in H-Town. You saw right there one of the vantage points, one of the views from along the parade route. We're about 2 blocks south from the start of the parade, so we'll be able to see it just as soon as the procession gets rolling here along Smith Street. And we are told there are people posted up in parking garages.
Yes.
Second story, third story, fourth story. We're seeing those pictures on social media.
I remember, you might remember this in 2017, all those people in the garage, somebody dropped a hat.
Yes.
Remember that? And so everybody started tossing the hat up each row of the parking garage to get it back to the person at the top.
And it's also interesting when you look out here to see all the fans here in the jerseys. It's not like one guy's jersey. It's Bregman, Altuve, Alvarez, and that just shows the depth of this team and the star power it has.
The star power, the connection that they have with these fans, it is a special one. And speaking of fans and fans who are special, our own Sherman Chow. Let's check in with her now along the parade route. Sherman.
Hey guys, I tell you what, we are outside here a little bit, a couple blocks down in the parade route, a little bit past the halfway point. Walk with me. I just want to give you a little bit of a tour. You can see the seas and oceans of people. And they've been warming up their vocal cords all morning. And we're actually walking by one of the local downtown hotels here, and we have met people from Tomball and elsewhere who literally go out the front doors, grab a cup of coffee, and enjoy it, not worry.
We have our Sherman Chow walking and talking there. You know, we are in downtown Houston. Of course, you have the buildings, but you have a lot of cell phones out here. So the connection at
live
times.
TV, baby.
Yes, it's live TV. The connection at times might be a little tricky, but we are connected. We have a hard connection right here from our platform and stage along Smith Street. We're not going anywhere.
We have a fantastic view, but I am tempted to go get in the scrum when the players go by, just to feel it. And if I need help,
hand
come
over
get
your
me.
microphone, right? We have
If
a
I need
job
help.
to do. We have a job to do. But that's living in the experience, and it speaks to what type of fan you are, right? We
I
are
love this
sports
team.
fans through and through. We are Astros fans through and through. I mean, this is living the dream right here for yours truly, having grown up in the city of Houston. But here's the thing. Whether you got to Houston 20 years ago, 10 years ago, 5 years ago, or Saturday, you were quickly converted to being an Astros fan. They make it easy to cheer them on.
Yes, they do.
Without a doubt. And it's not just the players, how good they are on the field. These guys are really good guys in the clubhouse. There are days where they don't want to talk to us after going 0 for 4, but they know it's part of their job, and they're professional and they're gracious, and it makes our job easier when we're going to cover these guys day in and day out.
Yeah, you were talking about we're all big fans. Another big fan, because she was at Game 6. Cheetah Craft on the parade route. Good morning, Cheetah. I know you started early today. Okay, so we have no audio from out in the field, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Because we can keep on talking and wait till the parade gets here.
Our mics are open. We can keep talking all the way through tonight at 10 o'clock. That's how excited we are about the Houston Astros and to have this opportunity to celebrate the team. And for so many Houstons who have this opportunity, we're talking about several school districts who have no school today, for the entire school district. So the staff, the students, everyone can enjoy. I know some offices are closed here in downtown Houston, a little bit of a logistics thing for them as well. But in talking to my friends and family who work downtown, they want to be a part of this as well too, because this is an experience that you will come and you will share with your friends and your family, and you'll remember it. You know, for example, I remember being at those Houston Rockets parades, those Clutch City parades, and those are memories that I will have with me forever, just as people will have this World Series championship victory parade with them to celebrate for years to come.
And again, what's so great about postseason baseball is you never know who's going to be the next star. Jeremy Pena at the beginning of the season, everyone was talking, can this guy replace Carlos Correa? Then he has
we had our doubts.
He has a really good regular season, and then comes the playoffs and the postseason, and the questions to him are, will you be able to handle the spotlight? Looking back, it appears that those were very silly questions based on what he was able to do.
Boy, were they.
And then Chas McCormick, another guy. Trey Mancini, who didn't have a great postseason, but makes an incredible grab in Game 5 to end the 8th inning and stop a Phillies rally. That's the beauty of playoff baseball. That's the beauty of watching playoff baseball. You never know what to expect.
We were talking about Jeremy Pena earlier during a break, Jason, and I said teams didn't know what to expect this year. Come next year, they know what's going on.
Jeremy Pena will now be a guy that teams will have to game plan for. Based on what he did on this stage. The glove will always be there. Of course, he is the first rookie shortstop to ever win a Gold Glove. Think about that. Some of the great players in baseball history, Ozzie Smith, Luis Aparicio, none of them won a Gold Glove as a rookie. Jeremy Pena did it. The big question is, how will he adapt next year? There's always a talk of the sophomore slump. Hitting will be the true test, what he can produce in the batter's box.
I think he'll be fine. He seems like a level-headed kid, the way he handled himself this year. We want to give a shout-out right now because, you know, it takes a big team to make this happen and to have all of this together. Our KHU 11 engineering team, we want to shout out to you for getting this set up ready in a hurry. We didn't know till Saturday night late. The parade was going to be on Monday.
It was very late.
And let's
to our team on the engineering, thank you.
And we have a lot of team members at KHOU who are diehard fans that didn't want to talk about a parade because we did not want to jinx our team as well. So we love our team behind the scenes. Couldn't do it without them. So appreciative today.
All right.
Right now we're watching from above. Air 11 capturing the team buses on their way to the starting point for the parade, where the procession will get started just 2 blocks north of where we're located here in downtown.
And our Zach Tautari is close to where the buses are arriving. Take it away, Zach.
Guys, we're getting a huge crowd reaction right now because we're seeing these buses come by here. They're turning the corner here at Smith and Preston, and we believe this is the players coming in here right now. Everybody could not be more excited to see their favorite players coming down Smith Street right now. You hear the Let's Go Astros chant. Everybody getting up for this right now as we're just waiting. We're waiting for them to turn the corner. I see jerseys and I see people piling out of these. So they're just about a block north of us here. Again, we're at Smith and Preston, the start of this 1.7 mile route. And I'm trying to see over the heads of all these fans because it's so packed here along the street. Like I said, right here, it's going 40, 50 deep. You see lots of cell phones in the air. Everybody hoping to just capture that moment as they come by right now. So just very exciting stuff as we're waiting for them. This is, you know, we're getting closer and closer to the moment that we've all been waiting for. Champions come by. These fans, like I said, lining up from hours and hours ago this morning. So we're going to stand by, and as soon as we see the players, we are going to bring that to you right here on KHOU. For now, send it back to you guys.
Absolutely, Zach. Thank you. As soon as those players get off, hopefully there's not a mob rushing the players. I'm sure they have plenty of security. It's going to be thrilling. We're less than an hour away from the parade.
We'll be right back.
A dripping faucet, toilet always running? Call Village Plumbing and Air today or schedule online and get $50 off any plumbing repair. Serving the Houston area for over 75 years.
Trust your home to Village Plumbing and Air. Call 713-REPAIRS.
I'm Harris County Judge Lena Hidalgo. I was born in Colombia during the drug wars, so I know firsthand what happens when government leaders answer to criminals instead of their people. It's why my parents moved us here, and why, as your Harris County judge, I fought for the highest law enforcement budget in history, to hire more police officers and raise their pay, to keep weapons away from dangerous people. The work is not done, but I want you to know there's nothing more important to me than keeping your family safe.
you're at home right now and you're suffering from burning, tingling, or numb feet, you need to pay special attention to this next segment as we discuss neuropathy.
What is neuropathy?
Peripheral neuropathy is actually nerve damage to the feet and the legs primarily.
And what are the symptoms?
The major symptoms we see are numbness, burning, muscle cramps, problems with your balance.
Is neuropathy treatable?
It is absolutely treatable, and we can get some great results.
If you're experiencing burning, tingling, numbness, coldness in your feet or hands, or having balance issues, call today for your nerve damage screening. Your nerve damage screening will tell you if you're at risk for serious complications and if you're a candidate for our innovative treatment program. Don't wait until your symptoms are so severe there is nothing that can be done. End-stage neuropathy leaves people confined to walkers, wheelchairs, and even amputations. The first 25 callers will receive a free nerve damage screening. Act now and call to schedule your nerve damage screening. First 25 callers receive this screening for free.
At Texas Mattress Makers, we're the only team in Houston with our own factory, and we're the only team that can build that perfect mattress just for you.
Huge savings, select mattresses starting at $649, plus get free cooling technology, free box spring, and free delivery.
Toilets backing up, drains always draining slowly? Your problem could be your main drain, which connects to the city sewer line. Call the Drain Pros at Village today, and we'll clear your main drain for only $93, or it's free.
Trust your home to Village Plumbing and Air. Call 713-REPAIRS.
We are now about 45 minutes away from the parade coverage of our Astros and their second World Series championship. I'm here, Lynn Cannon, along with my partner, Mia Gradney. Now, we don't expect there to be any issues. It is warm, it is a little humid, but we want to remind people that the Office of Emergency Management is telling us Houston Fire Department has ambulances at both ends of the parade, beginning and end, and there are firefighters in red golf carts in between for anybody who happens to need any care, heat-related, whatever.
Yeah.
So they've got you covered.
If anything, that's what we would anticipate, some heat exhaustion. But I tell you what, these fans here, they are cool in the shade of the Wortham Center and the trees, and they are ready to celebrate. They're also ready to celebrate where our Cheetah Craft is along the procession route. Cheetah.
Dude, these are the best fans. I mean, Lynn, you just said it's hot, it's humid. Actually, the police department just passed out water bottles, which was amazing because, man, they need it. We have kids, parents, grandparents that they came in 2017. They're back. They said, yeah, they knew it all along. You're talking about so many people, buses, the whole bit. I'm trying not to move. We don't want to lose our shot. But let me tell you, the best fans to come out here at 6, 7 a.m., okay, hours and hours before the parade even starts at noon, and they do not stop. We talk about relentless. The level up, the signs that they brought, the community that has come together.
All right, well, the signal's going in and out downtown. You know, it happens during live TV, but great job out there, Cheetah. This is not her first parade either.
No, it's not. And you know the thing about Houston fans, I mean, they were so excited. They are so hyped and ready to go, but they're so like thoughtful of everyone else, and we keep it classy.
Yeah, yeah. And if you can't make it out there, just stay with us all afternoon. And I want to tell everybody, listen, this doesn't happen every day.
No.
Just soak in the moment, you know? I mean, we've all been on the high since Game 6 Saturday night. Let's keep it level and just breathe it in because it doesn't happen every day.
No, it
and
doesn't.
I've been an Astros fan since before y'all were born, probably, okay? So believe me when I say, soak it in and live in the moment.
Yeah, this is a huge moment for our city. We do want to cover a couple things, that information you need, really. We're talking about traffic and weather. We're going to go to Jennifer Reyna now for a look at traffic. How's it looking close to downtown, Jay Ray?
Hey, Reiko, Ron, it's like when you're cruising, it's the only time where you're like, I'm bumper to bumper, but you're probably waving at the person next to you and you're like, yes, go Astros. And you just don't care about traffic. It's one of those days where, you know, suffering in it, we're all in it together. Yeah, that parade starts at noon, Metro free all day, all night. They're going to try to keep you moving in and out of that area. We want to watch for pedestrian traffic and bicyclists. I've advised folks not to park anywhere near the parade. I was zooming in deep on Google Maps. everything is super congested. And the streets leading, or the main highways leading into downtown Houston, obviously are clogged, but just really close to the downtown area, speeds as slow as 7 miles per hour. But all of these side streets, of course, you can't even get on Smith at all as far as vehicular traffic. But a lot of these streets are congested all the way from the north part of downtown, stretching in a straight line out to Midtown. So it's going to be jam-packed no matter which direction. Like I said, ton of foot traffic. Everybody just needs to be patient. I know that when I checked in with folks who had done this in 2017, they had experienced some even rail delays. It was leaving that was the problem, because everybody's leaving downtown sort of around the same time as opposed to arrival. It's scattered. Maybe some people got there at 8:30, maybe 9:30, maybe 10:30. So you do need to pack a little bit more patience as you exit. But I think we'll all be in such a great mood after seeing everybody and waving and saying hello. So hopefully it'll just all run as smooth as possible. Those rideshare locations, we've listed them on our website at khou.com with the exact addresses: Root Square, Memorial Park, Allen's Landing, Eleanor Tinsley Park, and the Co-Cathedral of the Sacred Heart. So if you plan on maybe parking at one of those rail lines on the outskirts and then taking the rails in, I think that right now you've skipped a lot of those people who are already standing out there, Reka and Ron. Those people are out on scene. So anybody who's watching who's like, all right, am I going to make a last minute decision? You got about 45 minutes to get down there, but everything else is going to be super clogged as you get down into downtown. Pat, I'm talking super congested along every side street. I'm talking Houston Avenue, Memorial Drive, Washington. You know how it goes.
That sounds like a dumpster fire to me. I think you could have just like covered it that way. Said just don't drive. You know, that time has come and gone, right? You should have been down there, like Cheetah was saying, 6, 7, 8 o'clock this morning, because things are getting ready to get going here, and we are just about 40 minutes away from the start of the parade. So what does the weather look like? Looks a lot better than the roads, I'll tell you that much. We started with a lot of clouds. We had a lot of fog out there. It was kind of a drippy, drizzly morning for some of us even, but we're totally dry now, and we're finally getting peaks of sunshine. But also, as Cheetah mentioned, and as Len and Mia mentioned, it's really soupy out there. Humidity levels very high, so low 80s feel more like the mid 80s, but we are dry. There's the satellite and radar loop. The clouds are starting to thin away. Any shower activity is well north and west along I-35, and it's moving in that direction. So the parade forecast looks good. This weather will continue to improve as we go through the day. We go from mainly cloudy skies here at noon with temperatures in the mid 80s to mainly sunny skies as we get into like the 2, 3, 4 o'clock hour. So look, you're still going to be trying to get home at that point. So I think a lot of downtown still busy through the entire day. Bottom line, mid 80s, sunshine, but a lot of humidity. So here's a high resolution version of our future track, just kind of focusing on the Houston area. No green across the Beltway, which would indicate any rain chances. And even on the wider shot, I think we stay dry here as we go through the rest of the day. No thunder or lightning threat either. I don't want to forget about tomorrow, because that's another big day with the elections going on. Election day, your forecast looks good for that. Maybe 1 or 2 spot showers, especially north and east of the area. But all in all, the forecast looks good. And we hang on to the warmth. I just want to give you the 7-day quick all the way through Thursday. Another cold front comes in for the weekend. We're down to the 60s then by next weekend. But Len, Mia, Jason, you guys have a great assignment out there. Just a little bit on the warm side.
Hey, we can deal with the heat as long as it's not raining. This crowd is good. Right now, we're watching the buses pull out, and we have to assume that they drop the players off at the start of the parade. They're probably going to load up onto those ladder trucks from the Houston Fire Department. They'll sit high from atop of, wave to everyone, and celebrate with the thousands of fans who are here along Smith Street, the whole distance, the 1.7 miles, waiting for their chance to cheer on and say congratulations to our
paid advertisement for legal services.
Here are 3 things that every Texas biker should know. Respect the road, respect other bikers, and after a crash, call Terry Bryant. Call 713-973-8888.
38 years ago, his back was broken, but his spirit was not. Greg Abbott never gave up. It's that same determination that drives Greg Abbott to keep Texas strong, expanding opportunities so the Texas economy remains #1 in America for job creation, ensuring our police are fully funded to protect our safety, and securing the border to prevent deadly drugs and gangs from entering our country. Greg Abbott, securing the future of Texas.
Democrat judges are putting women's lives at risk, releasing criminals like Alex Guajardo, charged repeatedly with domestic abuse, then released from jail on low bond. He brutally murdered his wife and unborn child 18 hours later. Another Democrat judge released a convicted sex offender and human trafficker on multiple felony bonds. He was a wanted fugitive after spending 20 years forcing women and children into prostitution. We deserve better. Vote out soft on crime, Democrat judges.
I'm Adrian Garcia. Before I became a cop, I worked in my dad's shop where I learned to fix things. So when crime and costs went up, I got to work cutting the tax rate and funded the police. But I also learned that some things are just broken. Like my opponent, Jack Mormon, who lined his own pockets with your money, and now he wants to criminalize abortion. I'm Adrian Garcia, and I'm asking for your vote because I'm focused on keeping cost and crime down.
Academy Sports and Outdoors, official sporting goods retailer of the Houston Astros.
This is a paid advertisement for legal services.
People tell us all the time, I wish I called you right after my car crash. If you've been injured, don't wait, don't miss out, don't have regrets. Call Terry Bryant.
Welcome back to our coverage of the Astros Parade Celebration, Victory Celebration in downtown Houston. I'm Len Cannon, along with Jason Bristol and Mia Gradney. Parade starts in about 35-40 minutes. We're excited. We know the players have already taken buses from Minute Maid at the beginning of the start of the parade route, and they'll be getting on fire trucks and then rolling down here in the next 35-40 minutes.
And the crowd warming up right now. These were the buses that the players were on. We assume that
they're cheering the buses, Mia.
Hey, they're cheering the buses.
Empty buses.
They're cheering the drivers for getting those Astros here. So much to celebrate today, so much to take in, but we're reflecting on all of these great moments and great things that happened over the season.
Without a doubt, and now as we roll on, it's Matt Musil with one of the top sports artists in the country who calls this area home.
This is Matt Musil over at Minute Maid Park. Again, we're counting it down to the start of today's parade. Look who I found. Yeah, we've done stories on this guy. He is the award-winning artist, Opie Otterstadt. You've won an award or two. Don't be shy all of a sudden. We've shown him painting, and I still say he paints by the number. I don't know how that works, but we see his artwork all over the city, and it's a pleasure to see you this morning, buddy.
It's very early for an artist. It's like 3 or 4 hours of sleep. So, yeah, but I'm doing good. I'm really excited. So excited to be out this morning.
How are you going to paint the scene? Because I'm sure you will have a parade painting.
Absolutely.
And you're going to be in the parade on the Astros Foundation.
I'll
bus? What are you going to be? Are you on a fire engine?
I'm going wherever they tell me to go. No, I'm definitely going to do a parade piece. I did one in 2017. It was one of my favorite works from the whole series. So, yeah, the parade piece will be happening for sure.
Okay, so is Mike Orta, our photographer, will he be in the painting? That's my question.
He might be in the painting. The last time I was working down on the field, he said, can you put like a camera lens just kind of off to the left so, you know, and I can just say that was me?
I talked with you when, I don't know how many years ago, and you said that you'd been commissioned by Major League Baseball for a number of paintings before the Astros got into the World Series picture in 2017.
Right.
But how great it was that year to be doing it for your hometown team. Now, how great is this? You're going to be doing paintings now for the second time for a World Series champion in your hometown.
Well, we won at home. So I get to paint our guys celebrating on our field. Last time it was Dodger Stadium, I had mixed feelings about that. So getting to paint our guys here at home, our backdrop. I don't have to paint the Nationals or the Braves celebrating on our field. I get to paint our guys. So I'm really, really excited about that. It's going to be a special painting, I think.
We had documented you were working on a batting practice painting, and it looks awesome. The last I saw it looked great. But then the other day, you had the Chazzy Fizz catch painting going on. How's that going?
I did. I actually finished that one last night.
And you didn't bring it to show us?
Well, no. I mean, I can't parade and like carry paintings around. That's bad for the paintings. It's a bad look. I might sit on it or drop it or give it away to somebody. I don't know.
Well, that's true. That could happen. So what is your favorite moment you want to capture from the final game in the World Series, Game 6? Will it be Jordan's reaction to that Ruthian blast over the batter's eye, or what will it, or the celebration? What do you see in your mind?
Well, the final out is always I mean, going way over into foul ground and the two of them just hugging afterwards, that was a great moment. And then all the guys celebrating out on the field. I mean, it's one of the greatest moments in sports, the celebration on the field after the World Series. And everyone is so excited, and you could feel the electricity in the stadium, and then you felt it anywhere you went in town that night. It was insanity. And what a great night.
It's going to be fun today, right?
Today is going to be a little more relaxed, hopefully, but yes, fun, a lot of fun.
Opie Otterstadt, he is the award-winning painter, artist of all types. He does sculptures too, and he will be in the parade. Look for him. He will be the one with the chapeau, and wave to him. Back to you guys.
I've seen Opie's process. He'll just sit during batting practice or in the dugout, just has his canvas right out there, and he'll be painting. And it's this weird situation because everything is going around. It's normal baseball, and he'll just be sitting there with his canvas painting. It's quite remarkable.
I love it. It's the two worlds that collide,
yes.
The arts and sports. How special. Very special right now. What's going on in this crowd? They've been doing the wave. They've been getting pumped. They're taking a little break right now. They're trying not to exhaust themselves because this party hasn't gotten started. It will be shortly, though, coming up at noon, and we'll continue our pre-parade coverage right after this.
Need a new water heater? Call Abacus. Right now, save $500 on new water heaters or $1,500 off new tankless heaters. If you want the best, call Abacus. You can count on us.
I don't think Greg Abbott wakes up wanting to see our kids shot in their schools, or for our property taxes to go up $20 billion, or for the grid to fail. But after 8 years, he's been unable to fix these problems. He's failed us. As governor, I'll protect our kids. I'll pay our teachers. I'll expand Medicaid. I'll lower our property taxes, and I'll fight to make sure every woman makes her own decisions about her own body. I'm asking for your vote. Let's turn the page on Greg Abbott and move Texas forward.
Academy Sports and Outdoors has the gifts to make this your most fun Christmas ever.
Academy Sports and Outdoors, official sporting goods retailer of the Houston Astros.
Air conditioning problems? Call Abacus. You can get free estimates and lifetime warranties on select Lennox equipment. Right now, save up to $5,000 with our buyback HVAC special. If you want the best, call Abacus. You can count on us.
Back now live in downtown Houston. Everyone's getting in place for the victory parade here along Smith Street in the heart of downtown. The buses pulling out now. These are the same buses we saw pull out of Minute Maid Park with the players and staff on board. So you know it will not be long now. They've been dropped off at the start of the procession, and it's only a matter of time before things get rolling here.
Yeah, for the last 3 hours, we've watched this crowd swell along Smith Street, getting bigger and bigger, and of course, the anticipation growing as we get closer to the parade itself. Our Zach Tower near the front of the parade, where the players will be boarding those ladder trucks and rolling down Smith Street. Hey, Zach.
That's right, guys. You said it. People are getting excited for everything out here. These fans are so hyped up. They've seen the empty buses going by. They cannot wait to see these players come out. And I heard you guys talking about it a little bit earlier. One of the biggest storylines this season has been Jeremy Pena. I've got Addison from Spring here. Addison, I want you to show us the back of your jersey. This has been a popular thing throughout the playoffs, and I just want to ask you, what has it been like to watch Jeremy Pena play this year?
I think it's really big that he's a rookie, and like how he's performing. It's really cool just to see, like, I wouldn't say the replacement, but he's going up to his job of what he should be. He had a big place to like fill. And in my opinion, he's doing it really well.
For sure, and MV Pena has become.
Yeah, I also, think it's big that a rookie won the MVP. I think that's really cool to see, especially, someone from Houston, like seeing, a team that like since I've been growing up, them like develop and, just get really good is really fun to see.
These fans so excited to see their favorite players come by here. Again, we're at the start of this 1.7 mile route, so I can't even wait to see what the energy is going to be like when the players actually come by, because like I said, you can already hear it. The wave, like you said, Mia, I heard you talking about it earlier. Fans, like I said, 40, 50 deep here near Preston Street. So we're standing by, we're waiting for the players, and for now, we'll send it back to you guys.
I love everyone's creativity right in this crowd. We've seen all kinds of things, everything from somebody having the Minute Maid train car, wearing it. I have a bit mixed emotions, though, about taping over Correa's last
We
name.
still love Correa.
Yeah.
Come on now.
The Astros made a very competitive offer, but Carlos had this idea. He wanted to be the highest paid infielder.
I'm not mad at him.
And he took the money.
He took the money.
The Astros were very competitive with their offer. When it's all said and done, the Astros got the same amount of production for way less.
Yeah.
Nobody expected that.
No.
And so goes the game.
So goes the game. All right, let's go back to the studio with Ron and Reka. Hey, guys.
Hey, guys. I hadn't seen people do those to their jerseys, cross out Correa and
It's
put Pena.
it's pretty creative.
Yeah, we still have love for Correa, but look, I get it.
We will always love Correa.
Yeah.
But right now, we really love Jeremy
really
Pena.
love Pena.
I mean, the love is still there for Correa, but right now, we love us some Jeremy Pena. Hey,
And
Brandy
Brandy
Smith
Smith.
is monitoring all the social media stuff out there. She's our digital anchor, and she's got some fun stuff with once you get to Google, right?
Yes, so this is really cool. You just go to google.com. You want to type in Astros, give it a second to think about it, and then watch what comes up along with your search results. We have celebratory fireworks. Isn't that cool? It's just a neat little thing. Shout out to Google for doing that for Astros fans. Yeah. And I want to show you some of the pictures we're getting from folks who are on their way down to the parade, who are already there decked out in all of their Astros gear. So much blue and orange all over the city right now. Getting down there, we have seen pictures of packed buses. For example, this is light rail. Apollo Media tweeted there might be 2 million people headed down to the parade based on how many people are packed into some of these places. Here's another bus. Those free rides provided by Metro. If you're going to try to take that route, it might be a little late to get down there. You're really pushing it right now. And heads up, Texas Southern University's Ocean of Soul is also on a bus, different bus, getting ready to lead the parade when it gets started here in about 25 minutes, fingers crossed. Of course, before you head down, you got to get the gear, right? We have seen lines at Academy, at the team store, you name it. Daniel Guerra earlier said it just opened up, the team store did at Union Station. This is about 8 a.m. And just a heads up that if you need more gear, this person let us know that they restocked at the West Road Academy. So much more to share with you guys. This is all over social media, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, you name it. But right now, let's check back in with Len, Mia, and Jason.
The store's restocked. I'm so happy.
Right? Exactly. We got to get that World Series gear. In the meantime, we're ready for a World Series style party. Houston's been here, done that before, but there's something different about this celebration for sure. Part of it is maybe because this was our redemption series.
Yes, without a doubt, redemption. I mean, we've forgotten about it. The rest of the country didn't let us forget about 2017 and the scandal and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But we rolled on. We kept winning. You know, it's our 4th World Series in the last, 6 years? You know, our 2nd championship. So we are legit. We are a dynasty, and we did it the right way.
Too legit to quit.
Hey!
And you know who is always on the standby, ready to celebrate those Houston Astros, our own Sherman Chow.
Oh, why, thank you, Len and Mia. And, I brought a little something just to make sure, I'm feeling the Astros love and fever. And I got some friends back here. Hello. Now, I want you to check out this flag right here. You see that? Read that for me. What does it say?
It says World Series Champions 2022.
What's your name, my friend?
Jonathan.
All right, Jonathan, we only won Saturday. It's Monday. How did you get this flag so fast?
I left at the end of the 6th inning, stood in line at Academy, got my flag, put my pole on it, came downtown and rode around.
You were that confident because 6th inning, there were 3 left. You knew we were going to win.
I was ready for it.
I
was ready.
You were ready to put your money where your mouth is, right?
Got the golden too.
All right, before the last out, he was ready. All right, let's see that flag one more time. All right, I'm crossing over here. I'm going to introduce you to this lady. Your name is?
Dina.
Dina, and Dina's a little pup right here. Let's walk up just a little bit to our photographer, Chris Carr. Now you show Chris what Finn's wearing.
Finn's wearing his Lucky Astros jersey. We put it on him every time, and the Astros won every time he wore it. If he didn't wear it, we lost.
So there you go. You see fans all doing their part for this World Series win. And it is a little warm out here, I got to promise you. But look, Finn, with his own fur coat, got a jacket on, doesn't seem to mind. He's doing great.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much. All right. One more time. Our cigar smoking fan waving fan.
Fans have their flags flying, they have their signs high in the sky, and we haven't even gotten started yet. So you know this crowd is going to erupt just as soon as this parade gets rolling. And boy, watch out, make room for when those Astros players come. It is going to be on and popping here in downtown Houston.
Gonna be rolling.
We're going to roll to break. In the meantime, we'll be right back after this.
People ask me why I'm backing Alexander Miller for Harris County Judge. Why get involved in politics? It's simple. What we tolerate, we encourage. And we should never tolerate lawlessness. We all deserve to feel safe in our neighborhoods. I trust Alexander Miller to go to work and make Harris County safe for everybody.
Mac, one thing's for sure. Against the odds, you and I find a way to win. Now it's time to finish the job and take our county back.
For real, bro? There's a sign right here.
Seriously?
Seriously. I ordered some burgers and snacks and stuff from HEB. Here it comes now.
What's up, Brady?
Dude, No parking.
Oh, my bad. Park is somewhere safe, kid.
No parking.
At Texas Mattress Makers, we're the only team in Houston with our own factory, and we're the only team that can build that perfect mattress just for you.
Huge savings, select mattresses starting at $649, plus get free cooling technology, free box spring, and free delivery.
We're back live for your Victory Day Parade. Everyone is taking their places. The stage is being set. It won't be long now. The TSU marching band, that is the Ocean of Soul. They are in the house. They're ready to go. They will be marching along this parade route, delivering a wonderful sound and really a musical treat for everyone who is here in downtown Houston today for this parade.
Yeah, they're going to help crank up the music, get this party started before the players start rolling down Smith Street. All right, let's go along the parade route once again. Our Cheetah Craft talking to some folks.
Okay, we are live at 2M and Smith Street with the best Astros fans there could ever be. Look at this. Kids, parents, their grandparents. All right, I'm going to cross over. Look at these fans. I mean, Astros World Series champions. Kids are out of school. We've had this group since, I don't know, 6 a.m. or so. Look at that, look at the baby, look at the baby. Okay, now check this out. We have got a group of kids. They have been hanging out, playing games. Look at this. Lynn and Mia were asking earlier if kids were out here. I'm like, we have a ton of kids out here. Not only that, we have a group that came in 2017. How fun is it that our Astros won the World Series again? We did it again, and we'll do it again, and we'll do it over and over and over and over again. We never won, baby! Did you think at the beginning of the season, since you're the super fan, that they were going to be here right now? Of course! With Peña Altuve, your daddy! Dude, I love it, yes!
Who's your favorite Astro player?
I don't know! What about it? Alvarez or Altuve? Alvarez! Okay, best fans ever. Parade is about to get going underway. We've been loving our group. We're rocking out. We'll send it back to you. We've got everybody out here. Go Stros, baby.
Thank you, Cheetah. Yeah, our girl out there bringing the energy back in 2017, she said, with her family, and back with just as much energy, if not more, for today's parade. Here 5 years later, 2022 World Series champions. Oh, boy. Hey, stick with us. We're going to have much more for you right on the other side of this break.
Vote. Learn how. Text now.
When it comes to shopping for windows, I highly recommend the Window Source. I can see why it's where America shops for windows and doors.
Limited time offer to the first 10 homeowners who call 281-378-6551.
Integrity, trust. We are the Window Source for Houston.
I'm Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick. We're in a battle for the future of Texas. Radical Democrats want to put their failed woke policies in every aspect of our lives. They're on the record working to shut down the oil and gas industry, to keep our borders wide open, and to support criminals over victims and the police. It's time we fight back. We can't let these radicals turn Texas into California. I'm Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick, and I ask for your vote.
Your sleep keeps me up at night. It's true. If you've been putting off buying a new mattress because of the economy, don't. How you sleep touches every part of your life, and the right mattress made for how your body rests is an investment that pays off every morning. With factory direct pricing and the expertise at Texas Mattress Makers, you can get the sleep you deserve right now.
Huge savings. Select mattresses starting at $649. Plus get free cooling technology, free box spring, and free delivery.
When it comes to shopping for windows, I highly recommend the Window Source. I can see why it's where America shops for windows and doors.
Limited time offer to the first 10 homeowners who call 281-378-6551.
Integrity, trust. We are the Window Source for Houston.
Less than 15 minutes away from the start of your victory parade celebration. Mia Grady, Lynn Cannon, Jason Bristol here all on deck and waiting and watching. We're about 2 blocks south from the start of the parade.
About 15 minutes.
Yes. We've seen the buses roll out that were carrying the Astros players, so we know they are staged and set. We know the TSU marching band is staged and set, and that's just part of the show, folks. There's a lot coming up this afternoon.
We were talking a little bit earlier about superstitions. We're going to talk about that in a second. Let's go back to a break, and then we'll come back on the other side.
A dripping faucet, toilet always running? Call Village Plumbing and Air today or schedule online and get $50 off any plumbing repair. Serving the Houston area for over 75 years.
Trust your home to Village Plumbing and Air. Call 713-REPAIRS.
Something is terribly wrong. 21 heartbeats stopped in Uvalde. 19 children, 2 teachers. Schools aren't safe. Teachers not respected. Power grid fails. Hundreds die. Shocking profits for some. Shocking bills for us. Rape and incest victims forced to have babies. Women's rights taken. Heartbeats stop. Grid failures. Freedoms lost. And it could have been worse? Paid for by Could Have Been Worse, LLC.
Academy Sports and Outdoors has the gifts to make this your most fun Christmas ever. From game tables, to bikes, to team sports, and the best from Nike, Adidas, and Under Armour, golf, and grills. We've got everybody covered this holiday. Merry Christmas from everyone at Academy Sports and Outdoors.
While others are struggling to find materials, Texas Mattress Makers has it all. The foam we buy from Brenham and Waco, our springs come from Ennis, Texas, our lumber comes from Louisiana. We've always sourced locally. That means you won't have to wait to get the mattress you deserve. We manufacture in Houston so we can still deliver your best night's sleep right now.
Huge savings. Select mattresses starting at $649. Plus get free cooling technology, free box spring, and free delivery.
Houston Eye Associates is here for all your vision needs. Optometrists offer routine eye exams with on-site optical shops so you have access to discounted contacts and glasses. Board-certified ophthalmologists at our 21 locations are also available for your specialty care needs.
My daughter needs more than glasses. She needs complete vision care. And that's exactly what I'm getting from our doctor.
Call us or go online to schedule your appointment.
Hash browns are the French fries of breakfast.
Who says it's not French fries that are the hash browns of lunch and dinner?
That's also true.
Start your morning at McDonald's with a big breakfast with hotcakes for just $4.99.
Toilets backing up, drains always draining slowly? Your problem could be your main drain, which connects to the city sewer line. Call the Drain Pros at Village today, and we'll clear your main drain for only $93, or it's free.
Trust your home to Village Plumbing and Air. Call 713-REPAIRS.
Welcome back to the Houston Astros Championship Parade. Expecting around 1 million fans here in downtown to root on their team. And guys, talking about fans, it reminds me of a fan that I met during Game 6. He had to get a fist bump with me, had to fist bump me because he told me that he fist bumped me also in Game 2 and they won. So if I gave him a fist bump during Game 6, it was going to be good luck and they'd win too.
Whatever it takes, Jeremy.
Hey,
I was Jason.
Like, I don't know. I don't know if I have anything to do with that.
Did I call you Jeremy? I did call you Jeremy.
But that's all right.
When been
It's all right,
partying
Larry.
all weekend
It's all right,
long.
Larry.
It's
No
okay.
problem. But that just shows you how superstitious not just the players are, but the fans as well.
Oh my goodness, everyone's superstitious. I have family members who are superstitious, co-workers who are superstitious. But you know what? It worked. So keep doing it.
It did
right?
work.
If you wore those same socks every game, keep wearing those same socks. If you need to fist bump Jason Bristol, go ahead and do your thing. We're going to do our thing for just a moment, but we'll be back with more of your pre-parade coverage in not too long now. We'll get started with the main show.
Flickering lights or tripping breakers? Call Abacus. Lighting, outlets, panels, or other electrical repairs? Call Abacus. Get a free estimate and save $50 off any repair. If you want the best, call Abacus. You can count on us.
I did a commercial last year, and I wanted to come back to let you know that the balloon sinuplasty surgery really changed my life.
There is a solution for your chronic sinus congestion, sinus pressure, and headaches. It's our balloon sinuplasty procedure, a solution I pioneered. The in-office treatment only takes 20 minutes, with lasting success rates over 90%.
Thank you, Dr. Kaplan.
The holidays are all about being together, and home has never been more important as a gathering place. At Tommy Bahama Home, we'll help you create a look that's uniquely yours, with home decor and seasonal accents that set the tone for holiday entertaining. And during our Home for the Holidays event, enjoy special savings on all home furnishings, going on now for a limited time, only at Tommy Bahama Home, Market Street in the Woodlands.
At Texas Mattress Makers, we're the only team in Houston with our own factory, and we're the only team that can build that perfect mattress just for you.
Huge savings, select mattresses starting at $649, plus get free cooling technology, free box spring, and free delivery.
The Canon R6 is a high-speed, low-light master that captures every moment. The R5 is an all-around powerhouse with a 45-megapixel sensor capable of 4K 120 frames per second video. Shop the Canon line today, a precision camera and video located in the Woodlands.
Something is terribly wrong. 21 heartbeats stopped in Uvalde. 19 children, 2 teachers. Schools aren't safe. Teachers not respected. Power grid fails. Hundreds die. Shocking profits for some. Shocking bills for us. Rape and incest victims forced to have babies. Women's rights taken. Heartbeats stop. Grid failures. Freedoms lost. And it could have been worse? Paid for by Could Have Been Worse, LLC.
Academy Sports and Outdoors, official sporting goods retailer of the Houston Astros.
Air conditioning problems? Call Abacus. You can get free estimates and lifetime warranties on select Lennox equipment. Right now, save up to $5,000 with our buyback HVAC special. If you want the best, call Abacus. You can count on us.
Welcome back to the KHU11 Victory Parade coverage for our championship. Houston Astros. I'm Lynn Cannon, along with Mia Gradney, Jason Bristol. The gang is here. We're getting ready. We're about 7 minutes away from the beginning of the parade right here in downtown Houston.
The people are packed deep here in downtown Houston along Smith Street, this 1.7-mile procession parade route that is going to take place. They're excited to see their champion Houston Astros as well. And just as excited as the fans are, Jason, this is so much fun for the players. And the celebration started Saturday night with a champagne bath right there on the field and with the trophy presentation.
Without a doubt. And then after the championship trophy presentation, they take pictures with their friends and family members. There was a private party, if you will, in the Diamond Club section where a lot of the players and coaches were. And then after that, the players left the ballpark and had another party to go to at one of Jim Crane's restaurants. So this is just the latest step. This will probably be the last big party for them. When they go home, they'll probably celebrate with their families back in their hometowns if they don't live in Houston.
Exactly.
Yeah, so this is the ultimate culmination of all of that excitement. Folks, we're going to continue and carry on with the excitement right after this.
Vote. Learn how. Text now.
Join KHOU11 as Houston celebrates the champs. You can show off your fan photos by texting 713-526-1111. Sponsored by Academy Sports and Outdoors, official sporting goods retailer of the Houston Astros.
You can get your smile back today. At Affordable Dentures and Implants, we make high-quality tooth replacement affordable for everyone. So whether it's a single tooth, full dentures, or life-changing dental implants, we have an experienced dentist who can help you go ahead and smile. Click or call to schedule your new smile consultation today.
Go ahead and smile.
If you make a decision to take a risk, that's one thing. But when they know that there's something that'll hurt you, and they hide it, that ain't right.
No, it wasn't. The asbestos industry knew their products were harmful, so $30 billion was set aside to compensate victims. Call 833-4-ASBESTOS. You may be entitled to your fair share.
That just ain't right.
Call today, and together we can make it right.
At Texas Mattress Makers, we're the only team in Houston with our own factory, and we're the only team that can build that perfect mattress just for you.
Huge savings. Select mattresses starting at $649. Plus get free cooling technology, free box spring, and free delivery.
Check out the Yellowstone collection of beautiful solid wood, made-in-America furniture at Gallery Furniture Day, and watch Yellowstone on Paramount every Sunday night. Buy beautiful Yellowstone solid wood bedroom furniture today. Gallery Furniture delivers in 3 or 4 hours to Houston area home today. Deferred instant financing available 24, 36, 48, 60 months, depending on how much you buy, how much you put down. Buy Yellowstone solid wood furniture made in America Day. Save money today. Gallery Furniture delivers right now.
This glorious day from downtown Houston, what really feels like a holiday for so many Houstons who have flooded these Houston streets around Smith Street, where soon we will get that victory parade started for our World Series champion Houston Astros.
Yeah, it's the first week of November. It feels like we should be at the ballpark for a game. Feels like summer, doesn't it?
It does. And what's so great is you see the orange and blue everywhere. It was such a smart decision by this organization to go back to the orange color, because when you're on the road, when you're at Yankee Stadium or Citizens Bank Park, Seattle, you see the orange and you know, hey, that's an Astros fan.
And you can see it from above today as Air 11 flies over the crowds here at downtown Houston, repping their Astros. They are in their orange, they are in their blue, they are in their white. They've been warming up at times, getting ready to greet the team, greet the procession that will get started here at noon. We are 2 miles south of the starting point for today's parade, slated to get underway at noon. You know how these things go. There are a lot of people and key players to make sure that they are in place before we get rolling. And we're going to see quite the show here. In addition to the Houston Astros, there's going to be some live entertainment along the parade route. This will include, of course, the TSU Marching Band, the Ocean of Soul, the University of Houston Marching Band as well. We have some roller derby folks who are going to make their way down Smith Street as well. Everybody's come out to celebrate the Houston Astros on this victory. Yes, they're getting warmed up.
Yep, they are saying, "We want Houston," because where did we hear that? We heard that after the division series.
Yeah, be careful
Yankee
what you
fans
ask for.
Outside Yankee Stadium started chanting, "We want Houston," and that was really a rallying cry for this team, because after the Astros won the American League Championship Series, the American League pennant, Martin Maldonado in the clubhouse said, "Oh, we want Houston. You got Houston." And that was after completing that 4-game sweep of the Yankees.
Here we are. Won it in 6 in the 6th inning.
Yes.
Really.
Yeah,
that was the turning point.
When you look at what happened in that 6th inning, obviously it did not start off well, because Kyle Schwarber hits the leadoff home run, but then Altuve gets on, Pena gets on, before that Maldonado, and then basically you have the 3-run home run that sealed the deal.
Unbelievable.
Jeremy Booth, our major league scout, said to me, "All right, it doesn't matter who pitches after Fromber. This game is done." And then the Astros,
Really?
Yeah, the Astros added that insurance run with Christian Vasquez and the RBI single.
It looked like we took the steam out of Philadelphia, though. After we got that 4th run, they just had no fight in those last 2 innings.
Yeah, no doubt. And basically, again, The Astros bullpen was so phenomenal, not just during the regular season, but obviously when it mattered most in the postseason. And that's why Jeremy Booth said this game is over. This game is over. As we are taking some pictures now, live video from Air 11 here over the parade scene in downtown Houston.
We want to give you the full view, a look at the landscape here for this afternoon. You know, the mayor had anticipated about 1 million people to come out today for the procession. That's what we saw back in 2017. The weather, oddly, was very similar back in 2017
it was.
As well, too. It was very humid, but back then it was a little bit more overcast. Today, the sun has broke through the clouds. It's warm. I see the fans with their level up fans at that, but it's not going to matter to them. You know, rain, heat, whatever it would have been today, Houston would have showed up because that's what they do. And this is such a special time and special moment for them to celebrate.
2017, was a big deal. It was the first World Series championship. We've been to 2 more since then that we lost, and then we get this one. So this is a real big, just relax, celebrate. We've done it before. We're doing it again. Sherman Chow, always in the middle of the pack on the parade route. Sherman.
Len, I heard you guys talking a little earlier ago about that chant. What was that chant, guys?
We want Houston! We want Houston! We want Houston!
And you know what? They got us, right? It's all us against all y'all. Fans lining this parade route. They have been coming out here since before 9 this morning. Real quick, I want to introduce you to this little guy, Ezra. How old are you?
6.5.
6.5. And you've been to this parade before, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Ezra, playing catch there with his pops. We're sending it back to you.
All right, Sherman, thank you so much. This parade is about to get started. We understand TSU's Ocean of Soul Band first in line or very close to the front. That means they're going to set it off right.
Yes, let's get this party started. People have been patiently waiting here along the street side of Smith Street. This is the main street for today's parade and procession. And you can see already the flags are flying, the people are cheering, and they are ready to get going. And what a way to kick it off. The award-winning Ocean of Soul marching band gonna strut their stuff all the way down Smith Street.
And this is a busy time for the band because they're obviously in football season.
Yep.
Basketball season is starting soon. Texas Southern usually starts on the road, and then now a championship parade for the Astros.
Let's listen in right now to that award-winning Ocean of Soul.
I can't hear anything. I'm assuming our live pick is hot. Got it. Say it again, say it again.
You've been listening to the Ocean of Soul Marching Band with Texas Southern University, marching strong and proud today, giving us such amazing sound to listen to and groove to get us really warmed up and ready for what's to come.
Yeah, this is how they roll. The Ocean of Soul. And you got HPD Color Guard leading in front, TSU right behind them.
And they've got a ways to go. This is just the start of the parade where we are located, and this view that we are giving you right now, they will march 1.7 miles all the way to 2 a.m. Street this afternoon for the end of the parade. And
they have a slightly bigger crowd than the football game, I have to say.
Well, this past one, though, Len, was sold out because Jackson State was in town.
And Coach
Prime, Deion Sanders. It was a tough afternoon for Texas Southern, tough evening, but they had a huge crowd. It was a sellout at PNC Stadium.
And that's so exciting for TSU as well, as a member of the SWAC, and the visibility that Coach Prime has brought to the SWAC as well too. And now even people looking at the band differently here at Texas Southern University.
And Texas Southern is also a staple when it comes to the NCAA basketball tournament.
Yes.
And of course, the Final Four coming to Houston in the spring. And we will have all the action here, March Madness, KHOU 11.
We also have to note that Texas Southern University has a deep relationship with the Houston Astros. The Houston Astros as an organization have worked closely with Texas Southern University to provide scholarship opportunities, mentoring opportunities. The Houston Astros and owner Jim Crane recognize the value and investing in other institutions that are here in the great city of Houston.
And Texas Southern, its baseball team is a lot different than how we see baseball now. Its baseball team is built on speed. They had more stolen bases than any program in the country. And of course, baseball now at the major league level is about power arms and power bats. But Texas Southern does it a little different on the college diamond.
It's exciting, something great to see. Support Texas Southern University and their baseball team, just as Texas Southern University is here supporting and cheering on the Astros today with this victory. Let's listen again. So we continue to listen to Texas Southern University, the marching band. The procession continues now. We have a couple of Chevy pickup trucks, Kevin, carrying a heavy load there with the Astros baseball inflatables.
Is that the ball that Jordan hit? No.
It probably looked like that to him, though.
Yes, I think you're right.
When you got 99-100 coming at you,
oh
and
my
you hit
gosh.
it 450 feet, that
unbelievable.
means you were on it. It looked like a beach ball.
Three things stand out from the series: the catch, the stab,
and the combined no-hitter.
No-hitter and the hit.
Okay.
Make that four.
Make that
fabulous four.
So wait,
oh,
we
and
just
is there
gave 4 or
confetti
5.
already falling?
I'm wondering which players will be in the very first fire truck.
Yeah, we'll see.
The first ladder truck.
Yeah.
It has to be Jose Altuve,
You think?
right?
You
or
think?
will he be at the back?
He's
Senior
member.
I think it's interchangeable. It'll either be Jose Altuve at the front or back, or Jeremy Pena at the front or back, and somewhere there, Dusty Baker
so
as
this
well.
is that Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick? I think it is.
It is. As
Yes.
we see now, a couple of military vehicles make their way along the parade route as well, carrying some of our distinguished politicians.
And for those who don't know, once upon a time, Dan Patrick was a sportscaster back in the day.
He was, and he was always with the Houston Oilers. We have all that vintage video that we played from time to time. He was around when Bum
so
Phillips
he knows
was
about
sadly
sports
fired.
drama.
Yes.
Yeah.
Connecting all those dots. And following in another military vehicle and Jeep is Senator Ted Cruz and family.
And we saw Ted Cruz in New York at the American League Championship Series. He was rooting on the Astros rather.
And the lineup continues. Another military vehicle making its way here as well too, with Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee. She's got her orange rally towel with her. She's got on a throwback jersey there.
Old school.
An Astros throwback jersey. Just shows how deep her fandom for the Astros runs and how long she's been around to celebrate the Astros as well.
That's Billy Wagner type jersey right there.
It certainly is. It's great knowing that Houstonians have that type of following and that type of depth and history with this Astros organization. And, of course, we've got the signs here to remind you to vote tomorrow. We can't forget about the scheme of all of this massive celebration. Tomorrow is Election Day. A walking reminder here
Congressman
for you
Al Green walking
to
by
vote
now
tomorrow.
in the black shirt, waving the flag, waving the towel. All right, what do we have here?
It appears to be a City of Houston float that we have with some of your representatives for the City of Houston and for the county as well. Recognize Jack Cagle there at the
There's
front
County Commissioner
of
Jack
our
Cagle in the
float
cowboy
as
hat.
well.
And here comes U of H. No, I'm sorry, the University of St. Thomas. I'm sorry. Sorry about that.
University of St. Thomas also taking part in today's celebration in our victory parade that's happening. We have the cheerleaders here, and the mascot is out ready to roar as well and celebrate those Astros. We told you you would see a little bit of everything, right? From cheerleaders to mascots and roller skates as well, too. And pump up the jams. This is the ultimate jock jam party.
Tossing out T-shirts, too. The crowd's losing it.
The DJ here to get us all pumped.
Hey!
And KHOU 11 just with the shout out from the DJ.
Astros!
Hey, I got a shout out from the DJ. How about that? These moves here don't stop, even though it's live TV.
Yeah!
Oh, the party is going on now. It is electric down here on Smith Street. It certainly is. We have a level up float passing by now at this time. More of those orange rally towels. We got really familiar with those, especially here in the postseason. That's when they were handed out, when they were passed out. The fans continue to bring those back to the ballpark as well.
Who's on the ladder truck?
Now, the ladder trucks are what to watch for, ladies and gentlemen. These are usually where you will see members of the team riding on those ladder trucks because they want to make sure that they have high visibility as well, too.
This is old-fashioned roller skating, not rollerblade. Roller skate.
This is our kind of roller skating,
roller
Cannon, right? Roller skate nights, that's right, yes.
And behind them, the Harris County Houston Sports Authority celebrating 25 years. Of course, Harris County Houston Sports Authority developing and bringing the Houston Sports Awards to Houston. We've seen a number of amazing Astros players inducted into the Houston Sports Hall of Fame, and talking with members of the Harris County Houston Sports Authority, they were just ecstatic that the Astros were able to win a World Series in their 25th year of existence.
Perfect.
And it's so important what the Houston Sports Authority does as well, raising the visibility of the city of Houston as a sports town, and that all of these big events that come to the city of Houston and these big games that we have, they know how to play host.
Yes, and they are the ones that actively pursue those events, bringing the Final Four here, bringing the international soccer friendlies to NRG. Everything that you see come into this town, they have a lot to do with it.
Well, we salute them for that. Thanks so much. It is wonderful to have
Somebody
them.
threw a bead like it was Mardi Gras right
Well, it's that kind of mood down here this
party.
afternoon. It is certainly so. Another Sports Authority vehicle making its way along the parade route. Lots of waves, lots of smiles from everyone down in the crowd and on these vehicles as well, too.
We see a few orange rally towels here.
Just a few.
A few. More of the World Championship signs. Those rally towels, though, you were right, Mia. They were such a huge hit at the ballpark, and it made for beautiful television to see all that orange waving during an Astros rally during the World Series.
It certainly did. Folks hoping to grab some swag here, too. We see them tossing away giveaways right now as well. Hey, it pays to come out here, right? You never know what you might walk away with other than this amazing visual experience.
They're all in these, pickup trucks. They want to impress somebody. Throw out a few keys. Throw out a few keys. Oh my gosh.
Or you could try with some Astros t-shirts, those World Series t-shirts. You know, that'll be a winner with the crowd as well, too.
And the jerseys we're seeing out here, I see a Nolan Ryan one. I see a lot of Alvarez, Altuve. I saw a Zach Greinke jersey.
No.
George Springer even.
Oh, okay. Well, George Springer's allowed.
There's a Carlos Correa one without the tape.
He's allowed to.
But a lot of Altuves and Bregmans, those are typically the most popular jerseys we see, and we're seeing that here as well.
Still waiting on the ladder trucks carrying the players and to see which ones will show up first, and the crowd will go crazy when these guys get here.
There's a lot more to anticipate, too. We have some different attractions you're going to see this afternoon along the parade route, including some wonderful attractions from our friends with NASA as well. We are Space City after all. We've got our Space City jerseys that the Astros wear, so NASA is going to be representing along the parade route. And now we got some crazy cool vehicles.
That looks like a Pontiac GTO, if I'm not mistaken.
Is that the General Lee from the Dukes of Hazzard? Sure does look like it, doesn't it?
I think I had that model car when I was a kid, back in the day.
A slingshot or two. We know we saw a group of slingshot drivers come down to Minute Maid Park just as soon as the Astros clutched the game, joining in on the celebration as well, too, and they're riding today in the parade.
And you definitely want to maintain your speed in one of those vehicles because you will not go unnoticed. Exactly. They will see you right away.
Yes. And we mentioned NASA, and one of those NASA units making its way along the parade route now, too. This is a really cool experience. If you haven't had the opportunity to go down to Space Center Houston and see this up close and personal for yourself, here it is today along with the confetti. They're letting the confetti fly.
And those Space City jerseys were one of the most popular jerseys out of all the City Connect jerseys. The Astros introducing them this year, and they wore them Monday nights. Monday nights they wore them during the season, and from a sales perspective, the Astros telling us it was one of the most popular, best-selling jerseys in all of baseball, the Houston Astros Space City jerseys.
Letting the confetti fly and indulging in this moment. Houston fans certainly are from above. We see people out here perched on balconies, on top of buildings as well, and of course street side, packed all the way back to the buildings here that line Smith Street.
And I see a green furry thing.
Could that be
wearing
the one and only mascot, Orbit? He's just as popular as the players here in the city of Houston, and especially with our young fans. We saw, because of course we had the series, the World Series, during Halloween.
Yes.
So we had children dress up as Orbit. He is beloved by young and old, and he's getting his groove on, and this is his moment as well.
And this may have been the best mascot World Series ever, because you had Orbit from Houston and then the legendary Philly Fanatic on the other side. But Orbit, listen, Orbit has top bragging rights right now after 6 games of the World Series, and the Astros taking it 4-2.
This is his time to shine, and Orbit is taking it all in. You know, the little kiddies are just loving and eating up every moment of this part of the celebration. He's teasing the folks what's in his hand, launching off prizes.
Where's that T-shirt launcher? Because if they had it, they might be able to get up on one of those rooftops.
Yes, on one of those parking garage checks. Oh boy, he's really breaking it down now. Orbit getting in the zone. This is just as good, if not better than game time with Orbit out here.
Yeah, Orbit, one of the unsung heroes of this organization, making a lot of community appearances. He's at every game, and one of the most popular figures to wear an Astros jersey.
Yes, we've seen today fans with their Orbit antennas on as well. And these aren't young fans we saw with the Orbit antennas. These were fans of all ages. So much love and admiration for our mascot, Orbit. clear the way.
And
the one and only Budweiser Clydesdale.
Yes, these are such beautiful horses, known for their size. They're so famous. They've been in like Super Bowl ads over and over. Today they're in the parade. They're sometimes in the Thanksgiving Day parade. Look how beautiful.
Might be a quick turnaround for those horses, right? We might see them in just a couple of weeks at the Thanksgiving Day parade. But
they got the Dalmatian.
They are classic. They are a tradition here in our Houston parades that we have. And oh, look at the sweet Dalmatian you just mentioned, Len. What a doll.
And wearing an Astros
jersey.
Dressed appropriately for the day, the Dalmatian riding on top of the Budweiser old school vintage truck.
Must have been a run on those dog outfits, dog jerseys, I would imagine.
And right now you're taking a look at all the Astros floats. Take them all in. It's such a vision.
So right now, this is some members of the front office involved in player development. Of course, a lot of these guys are the ones that target players. This is a guy that we should sign. This is a guy that we should trade for. That's typically their job.
Heck of a job.
I'm not sure if the fans know who they are, but they are cheering for them because they're launching those T-shirts. But they should also be cheering for them for that reason as well, Jason, that they're the ones putting in the work, doing the research, connecting the dots on who these players are and the best moves to make for the organization.
And the Astros did not make a major splash around the trade deadline, and a lot of Astros fans were disappointed by that. But in hindsight, Christian Vasquez was a huge pickup from the Boston Red Sox, and there's a chance that he may be the catcher of the future moving forward.
Yes.
We see walking in the crowd, we have seen Chief Troy Finner with the Houston Police Department.
Along with Pena with the fire department.
This is one of those special moments. You know, it's tough work that they do, our firefighters and our police officers as well. There is a heavy presence of law enforcement here today, but they're also able to take in and enjoy this moment as well, too.
And
Hall of
now it's only a couple of Hall of Famers. Jeff
Bagwell, these guys
Craig Biggio.
Craig Biggio on the right.
Enos Cabell
Bagwell
is in
on
the
the left.
shirt. Enos Cabell also a special assistant to the owner.
Oh my gosh.
Forever loved here in Houston. We are forever
couple
fans.
of the killer bees there.
Yep. Enos Cabell has been with this organization.
We are forever fans of
Bears
these Astros players. It's amazing being able to celebrate them as well.
High water rescue truck here.
Carrying more members of the Astros organization.
We must be getting closer to players. That would be my guess. Beads, towels.
The beads are flying, the towels are flying. There's medallions on the end of those beads as well. As these members of the Houston Astros organization make their way along the parade route in the Houston Fire high water rescue vehicles, Houstonians who may not be familiar with these trucks, that may be a good thing. These are often the trucks that rescue people from those high water situations when the floodwaters arise here in Houston.
Glad to see him in doing this.
Yes, during celebratory
celebrations
times as well. It's phenomenal.
And they came ready with the swag there.
We saw the Texas Southern University marching band earlier. Texas Southern University and their station, KTSU, celebrating an anniversary this year as
Great
well.
timing, huh?
Their 50th anniversary. I tell you, let's load on the celebrations. Why not? They have their float here today. They are celebrating as well. We talked about the relationship that they have with the Houston Astros organization and foundation.
Very involved with the Astros Foundation. Astros!
Let's go! Yes, baby!
KTSU Radio. Yes. Texas Southern University and KTSU continuing to keep the hype going, keeping the party going here in downtown Houston. This energy level is high, and it is going to continue to be that way. Stay with us. The party, the parade, the victory celebration continues right after this.
Academy Sports and Outdoors has the gifts to make this your most fun Christmas ever. From game tables, to bikes, to team sports, and the best from Nike, Adidas, and Under Armour, golf, and grills. We've got everybody covered this holiday. Merry Christmas from everyone at Academy Sports and Outdoors.
The KHOU 11 weather team is serious about keeping you weather smart, tracking storms sooner, alerting you faster, giving you critical time to prepare with smart tracker technology. KHOU 11's team of certified meteorologists track every inch of the Gulf Coast, studying every disturbance, every moment of every day. Always accurate, always ready for serious weather. The KHOU 11 weather team, keeping you weather smart.
The party is going, the parade is going. It is a victory celebration worthy of Houston and the Houston Astros going on right now. Another marching band making its way along the parade procession route. This is Westbury High School's marching band representing Southwest Houston, the Fondren area. This is a high school, long-standing reputation and history here in the city of Houston. So many graduates and alum. We are watching so much from above, down on the ground. KHOU 11 has you covered with this special coverage of the World Series Championship Astros victory parade and celebration.
And let's listen into the band. Vehicle here with Houston Police Department. City employees got the Astros flag they're waving. Getting in on the fun. Still waiting on the players to show up. They should be here any minute now.
There are a couple of things that really gets this crowd going and really excited. One, the marching bands. We just heard from Westbury High School. And two, these giveaways as well. But the ultimate thing that is going to bring this crowd to a roar, jumping and shouting, will be our Houston Astros players.
And rolling past us right now, the broadcast team, Steve Sparks, Todd Callis, Robert Ford, Julia Morales, all there. Todd Callis, of course, his father, legendary broadcaster for the Philadelphia Phillies, Harry Callis. Robert Ford has been here a long time, as well as Steve Sparks. These guys, it seems like all they've known is championship baseball.
Whoa!
Lynn's trying to get some of these giveaways. Oh, and he got one. Nice catch. catch, a rally towel.
I got
Thank
beads.
you, Mia, for waving down the crowd, right?
I
That's
got
my
beads.
contribution.
Here, you want some beads?
All right, we'll put on some beads. Let's get decked out. More is more at a championship parade, isn't it?
And there's so many people that make up an organization. It's not just the players, it's not just the coaches, sales team, security, marketing, and this is also for them as well, and that's why they are so hyped about all this, because they're there for all 162 games as well.
You know, I was reminded when we were at the game on Saturday, all of the staff members that work the game as well too. Nice catch, man.
Jason.
I'm here with a couple of pros on the big stage, the platform here along the parade route. We've caught it all, and it's just some of the small gifts that the team and the organization want the fans to have. They want to be able to deliver as much joy as they can today, because it's very much the fans who are a part of the organization's success.
Yes.
And you will hear time and time again from the different players like Bregman, players like Valdez, players like Pena, that the fans offer so much to them, and knowing that their support is paramount in their play.
And the people that are throwing all these objects into the stands and the fans, I think they're enjoying it maybe even more than the players, because again, this is their time to shine.
Absolutely.
They have hours, much like the players do. They're there before the games. They have to clean up after the games. They're making sales calls during the day on game days. It is really a true team effort, and this is their reward as well.
Got another band here.
They have that aloha vibe going on. You've got to love it as well too, right? Gonna come down here in March, might as well make it a vibe, might as well make it a moment. It's the Rice University Marching Band.
I should have known by the colors.
Home of your Rice Owls.
And how about Rice in football this year? Bouncing back under Mike Bloomgren, there's talk of potentially making a bowl game, and then you have basketball starting up. Scott Pera, who's done a really good job of building a foundation. And again, that's a team that also, come March Madness, will be looking for a spot in the big dance.
It's really exciting, too, to see Rice make that come up in other sports. For so long, we've known Rice University as a baseball institution. All right, our girl, Sherman Chow, always in the mix, always with the fans, because she is one of them. She's also an ultimate Astros fan. Let's get ready to check in with her now. Sherman.
Oh, hey, I'll tell you what, we have one of the best seats in the house. We are on a sky bridge overlooking Smith Street, and you can see the parade coming toward us. I believe, is that the Ocean of Soul? Why, it is. Directly underneath us, they have paused to play for the fans. And you know what? There is an ocean of orange and blue out there, and you can see that parade down Smith Street as it comes towards us. And I want to show you all the fans here on the sky bridge. Say hi, guys. Their cameras, and they are busy taping and recording. Real quick, this is my new buddy Owen here. Hey Owen, how old are you? How old are you, baby?
I am 10 years old.
And you, who is your favorite player?
My favorite player is Altuve.
Did he say Altuve? Did he say Altuve? You know, Mia, I know you love the earrings as much as I do, and I just couldn't help but brag and share today. We are all dressed up in our orange and gold, right, folks? Orange and blue.
This is the day to wear it all, to be all decked out. And talk about decked out, you recognize the uniforms. Looking at the Astros shooting stars, our cheerleaders for the team. How special is this, right? Because those ladies, they audition, they try out for the team. They're excited just to be able to cheer on the team, but never, I bet if you talk to any of those women there, did they think they would be riding in a victory parade, victory celebration like this?
So fitting for the organization, from cheerleaders all the way up through upper management, and then we'll see the players here shortly. This is Harris County Sheriff's Office. Their flood rescue vehicles now going by with some of the employees of the Harris County Sheriff's Department. We salute them for the safety they provide in our city. Also a very big moment for them because such a great celebration for the entire city of Houston.
It really is. You're going to see so many people walk in the parade today, and so many people maybe perhaps who aren't that recognizable face, and that's because these are all of the players behind the scenes, even outside of the Astros organization. We've seen the Houston Sports Authority. Of course, we have the city of Houston as well, too, their staff. We have our downtown organizations, right? Our downtown district, our Houston First. So many who are reveling in this moment, taking part of this magical experience as well. Hey, you know who they found along the parade route?
Trey the Truth.
Trey the Truth. He's the truth and a true Astros fan.
We also saw members of the Houston Astros Youth Academy, who Matt Musil spoke to earlier before the parade. We just saw them walk by our position as well.
And
so I believe that the players will be the last thing we see. What do you think?
Save the best for last.
Save the best for last.
You know how this goes, right? It's not our first rodeo. Save the best for last. Get the crowd warmed up. Get them ready to receive their World Series champions. And again, so many different organizations out here to support the Houston Astros and taking part in this celebration because they have been there with the Astros since the beginning of the season. Many of these institutions as well, and different private organizations and affiliations with the team.
If you just got to town in the last few years, you'll think, oh wow, what a great baseball team. But you and I remember when they were losing 100 games this season. Unbelievable the turnaround and the level of success and the consistency they have had. They are truly a dominant franchise.
Let's be honest, there was some really bad baseball here for a while.
Yeah, there was.
And it took a team of people to tear it down and build it back up. Now, granted, there were some parts left behind, but when you look at everything, three different front offices, this is what you have.
That's right, exactly. It's amazing the support that we've had today from all of these different organizations and from all of the institutions as well, too. The procession continues here in downtown Houston. If you are just joining us, you haven't missed that much of the party just yet. These are our World Series championship Astros fans ready to receive the team who's going to make their way in the procession as well. We've had music. We've had some roller derby, roller skating folks. We've had some former players, and not just any players.
A couple of Hall of Famers.
A couple of Hall of Famers.
Biggio,
Bagwell, the Killer Bees, and a whole lot of fan paraphernalia being given out and tossed out to the crowd as well.
An excited crowd, a well-behaved crowd. Everybody's just excited when they throw anything. Everybody's reaching, grabbing, hoping to get something, and of course waiting on the players to roll by here any minute now. 40 minutes now into the Astros victory parade.
Yes, we heard from Jeremy Pena earlier, MVP. He was saying he hoped the whole city came out today.
Yes.
Well, there is a strong contingency here. We have people 50 people deep, if not more. We have people perched on top of buildings, parking garage deck as well, too.
Yeah, there are people
in
the parking garages.
And there goes our sports artist from earlier.
Opie Otterstad, yes, Opie Otterstad.
There he is in the black hat.
Yep.
Let's check in now with the player float. Want to take it live as well. Giving you an earlier view, a different view from our vantage point right now. The players, of course, at the start of the parade, they'll be the last ones to roll out.
And Houston was so good at home this season, and that's what makes it so special, this connection with the fans and the players. They were 55-26. That was one of the best records in all of baseball. They also played very well on the road as well, which is astounding when you consider everything they face when they're on the road.
Yes.
But Houston, coming into Minute Maid Park for the past few years, has always been very difficult, And this season, it's another reason why the Astros were able to run away with the American League West.
It's hard to keep that type of momentum going. Hey, we're in store for another musical treat now. We have our marching band from the University of Houston.
Go Cougars!
Cougar Pride. Whose house? Cougs' house. And really just all in the neighborhood when you think about it. The close proximity of the University of Houston to Minute Maid Park and home of the Astros. Texas Southern University, the same thing as well. Such close proximity and close relationships with the Houston Astros organization.
And oh, by the way, basketball season begins tonight. Kelvin Sampson.
Oh, that's right.
Has the potential, will likely win career game number 700 tonight as the Cougs kick off their season, which could end up back in Houston at the Final Four.
And they're ranked number 3 in the country.
Just another reason for Houstonians to celebrate tonight. The Houston Astros, the Houston Cougars, and Coach Sampson. Let's listen in.
And now we have got looks like more Houston Cougars staff on a float.
We got our mascots up there.
And the mascot, they got a Cougar on that float.
And it's interesting to talk about Kelvin Sampson. He's one of the few college basketball coaches who has coached Major League Baseball players. Mark Hendrickson, when Kelvin was at Washington State, later became a player for the 76ers, but also a Major League pitcher. So he's one of the few college basketball players with Major League Baseball players in his pipeline. Kelvin's also a huge baseball fan as well.
Hey, I've been sleeping on Coach Sampson. I had no idea about the baseball history.
Jason Bristol dropping knowledge.
Always, always JB on it.
Houston City tour bus. We'll have to see who's on this bus. We don't know. City employees.
Hey, if that's
a day off.
If that's a tour ride, this is one heck of a tour and one heck of a way to see and experience the city of Houston. And it's world-class organizations like the Astros that are also a draw for tourism and tourists. When you come to town and it's baseball season, what do you want to do? You want to head out to Minute Maid Park. It's an attraction, an experience to share with your friends and family from out of town. And for some people, it's a vacation, just making the trip here to the city of Houston to see the Astros.
And the fact that it's downtown is a big plus. You're around the hotels and the restaurants. There are a number of ballparks that are not like that in the major leagues, where they're kind of almost on an island.
Atlanta, to say.
On an island, although Atlanta, they've been able to build something up around it, but yes.
Checking out the view. This double-decker bus.
All right, so here are some of the players and coaches. Dan Farova, the quality control coach, is up there, a very close friend, and tipping the cap to us here. Dan Farova from Laredo, Texas, close friend of Dusty Baker's. He's the quality control coach. Other members of the coaching staff, it looks like Jason Castro is also on that bus. Phil Maton, who was injured, unfortunately. Parker Mushinski, a relief pitcher who spent some time in Sugar Land, but was also a quality lefty who came up and spent some time with the Astros as well.
That was a packed party bus there.
Here's another party, Harris County Constable Precinct 1. That's Alan Rosen, his staff members on there. Hey guys.
This is the grounds crew, members of the grounds crew.
Definitely want to give a big wave and a salute to that team as well.
These trucks are impressive and needed.
Needed here in the city of Houston when you never know what type of weather you have to deal with. But today, the sun is out, the fun is to be had.
And the party is on.
And the confetti is flying.
And a tour bus ahead of us seems to have some others on it.
So we said ladder trucks, but really we're also looking for our double-decker buses as well, our tour buses.
Could this be players?
For some of our Astros staff.
There's also a man on there who, no introduction necessary, it appears.
This looks like the party is getting started. It looks like our Astros players are riding high on a float that is decked out with balloons. The confetti is flying, and you know who it's flying for, the guest of honor for this parade, your World Series champions, Astros. Slim Thug in the house as well. Adrian Peterson as well, NFL player.
Bench coach Joe Espada is on this one as well. JJ Matijevic, Hunter Brown, Seth Martinez are on this bus as well. Hunter Brown is the future of the Astros, one of the top pitching prospects in all of baseball.
And this right here, this is what everyone came out to see.
Yep.
Your 2022
I see Framber Valdez.
Championship Astros.
Framber Valdez with the hat on backwards. There he is.
Chanting MVP because Jeremy Pena. Jeremy Pena, Hector Neris, Rafael Montero, Ryan Presley. Martin Maldonado is on this float as well.
We are thrilled to celebrate them. The city of Houston is thrilled to celebrate them.
And Framber
and
Valdez.
They are excited for this moment as well.
Valdez, Montero, Presley, Javier.
Also on the back is James Click, the general manager. He's on the back of this float as well.
Well, that was just one Astros championship
Those some
float.
expensive arms on that one.
Whatever you do, don't crash.
Don't crash.
Pay attention to what's in front of you.
Who is driving? Drive carefully, drive safely. And here comes our float with the championship trophy, the commissioner's trophy being held high.
Who's got the trophy? Can you tell?
We're going to see who has it.
Chaz McCormick has the trophy. I see Yordan Alvarez, Alex Cintron. Hitting coach Kyle Tucker is here. Michael Brantley. Michael Brantley is an unsung hero as well. Gave a speech to the hitters but after Game 3 and before Game 4. There's Chaz McCormick. He's going to give me a wave, and yes, there he is.
Yes. Yordan Alvarez at the front of the float as well. And where is our man, Dusty Baker? Has anyone seen Dusty Baker? We're keeping an eye out for him as well. Riding with their family as well, too. This is such an experience for their family to share in
also,
as well.
David Hensley is on that float. David Hensley, a rookie, unheralded out of San Diego State.
Did he DH one of the games?
He did. A guy that basically came out of nowhere. He was a middle-round pick, a guy that wasn't on any top prospect list, and he becomes a contributor down the stretch, and Dusty Baker decides to put him on the postseason roster, and he starts the game at DH, got a hit.
Yep.
A guy that unheralded but made a contribution, a guy that no one expected to contribute.
Oh, they're letting the confetti fly now. They are. It's in the air. I tell you, the mood down here is something that you want to bottle up and keep these memories with you for so long. And so many people will. We've seen so many families out here this afternoon. This is an experience that they will talk about decades to come. This Astros team, this World Series championship.
So we have not seen, we saw Alvarez, we saw a lot of the pitchers, have not seen Altuve, have not seen Bregman.
Justin Verlander, Dusty Baker as well,
too.
Dusty. So many people want to see Dusty Baker, right? Do it for Dusty. That was so important to this team, Jason. Not just for them to get to this point, to win the championship series, but to make sure that Dusty got his ring after decades.
And I can remember asking Dusty if he had any regrets from the 2021 World Series during spring training, and he said, nope, I have no regrets. He said, we've made progress. We got to one game my first year within the World Series. We lost the World Series, 2 games away from winning a World Series, so the next step is to win the World Series, and that's what these Astros did in 2022.
The question is, will Dusty be back?
The reports are that he will be back, but the Astros are planning to offer him a contract extension.
And we're seeing Dusty right now reveling in this moment. We know that he's had his hands on the trophy as well, too. this afternoon, as he rightfully should. Without him, there may have not been a celebration and a victory parade today. So we are so thankful and so appreciative of Dusty Baker.
I think they're cheering for him. You hear it?
Yep. Jim Crane, the owner, he is on this float as well. And Dusty, he loves Houston.
Dusty's right in the front. He's got the trophy.
The mayor is on this one as well.
And the crowd has really erupted now. The sound of the crowd.
There's Alex Bregman with a
Dusty on the right, Jim Crane on the left.
A brace on his finger.
Woo!
Lance McCullers.
Yeah!
There is Jose Altuve, Jose Urquidy, Yuli Gurriel, Brian Abreu.
Bregman, Altuve.
They are all smiles, ear to ear, many of them capturing this themselves with their own cell phones, right?
You got to look really hard for Altuve. He just, you might miss him.
Listen, he showed up when it mattered the most. Yes,
yeah,
he had that 0 for 25 slump in the playoffs.
Yeah, we know.
But he had a really solid World Series.
Well, it's amazing. They kept winning even when he was in a slump.
And I think that at that point, you kind of figured something special is going on with this team.
Yeah.
Because in past years, they had guys to pick up the slack. This year, a little thin in some areas, but still, in our estimation, not the most talented Astros team, but the deepest and the most complete Astros team.
Agreed.
The DJs keeping the crowd pumped out here as well. Our champions really just getting started with this parade. We're at the north end of the procession, just 2 blocks away from where the start is. It's going to go all the way south to 2 a.m., and there are plenty of people waiting to see them all along today's parade route.
And again, we talk about having experienced this before, just playoff baseball in general. Since 2017, the Astros, they've played more postseason games and have earned more wins than any other club in baseball. We continue to talk about it. We'll keep talking about it because this team, they will simply reload.
Yeah.
They will reload during the offseason, and they have to be. Well, listen, they are definitely one of the favorites. The odds have already come out.
Yeah.
And like last year, the Dodgers have the best odds of winning the 2023 World Series. The Astros are right behind them.
The Dodgers.
What happened to those guys?
Where did they didn't
Dodger
go there.
who?
They had the most wins of the regular season.
Yes.
Come playoff time and when it matters.
All right, let's check in with Cheetah Craft now along the parade route. Cheetah.
What's going on? We are live at Smith and 2M, and let me tell you, our fans who have been waiting since 6 a.m. this morning are about to get crazy. They have been hyped all morning, and we haven't even seen anything because we're at the end of the parade. Yo, we're live. Say hi. All of these fans, again, have been amazing down here. Y'all say hi. We're live. Yeah. They're all waiting for that very first float. And we see the horses about to come in. So again, we're so excited. This crowd is gonna get crazy. They've been waiting down here at Smith and 2M again since 6 a.m. this morning. It's been hot, it's been humid. The police department's been amazing. They've been passing out water. All sides, you see all 4 corners? Okay, I'm gonna cross safely. Guys, look up, we're live. Best fans. Everything's been really calm. It's been amazing. Astros! Go Astros! Yo, we're live. Say hello. Our photographer's high. So anyways, guys, this has been an amazing experience, and we're just starting to see the parade kind of get going. We've been listening. I've been listening to you, and it sounds like everything's great. But I'll send it back to you. We're at Smith and 2M, and the crowd's just excited to start to see something roll on in. Oh, we see the marching band. TSU, baby. You see this crowd?
You know just how good that has to feel to the players to see this type of elation and energy and gratitude from the fans here all along Smith Street. They estimated they were hopeful and expecting 1 million people today.
It was kind of cool, Jason. All the pictures were all together. You know,
They spend
it's a brotherhood there.
Yeah, they spend so much time together in the bullpen. in meetings. But what's also interesting, it's a good thing that the Astros did win in 6 games, because we've since learned that Alex Bregman broke his pinky finger. He might not have been able, he wouldn't have played in Game 7. Jose Altuve had a hamstring injury. He wouldn't have played in Game 7. So if there had been a Game 7,
might have been trouble.
It would have been a tough one.
It might have been trouble.
We got it done. Woo! They gutted it out. They got it done.
And may we point out, we got it done in as many games as Jason Bristol and Jeremy Booth
predicted. Yes.
Musil, Daniel Gotera also predicting
The
6
whole
games as well.
KHOU
We all
11
had
sports
6
team.
games. We all had 6 games. Game 3, though, that was a game where
it's like
7-0.
Wait a minute.
These Phillies are for real. And these Phillies, when you look at their lineup 1-6, they stacked up against really any team in baseball. They're not some flash in the pan. They have one of the highest payrolls as well. So this was, yes, they were a surprise team to get in, but when you look at the overall talent of the lineup, it was not a surprise that they were there.
What is amazing and what makes me so proud is after that thrashing that we all worried about, the Astros never lost again.
Quickly a rebound, right? They were quickly
never
right back
lost
in it.
again.
And it was Christian Javier starting a combined no-hitter, the only pitcher now in baseball history to throw a combined no-hitter in the regular season, or to start one, and then throw another in the postseason. It is truly mind-boggling. And this guy was the number 4 starter.
Right.
When you figured Verlander,
McCullers,
Fromber, McCullers, and then Javier. And now we're getting to see some of those pitchers that you mentioned, Presley and Montero. They're on
this
that
is such
together, and there's Yordan
Alvarez.
And Jason, you can speak to this. This is such a close-knit, supportive group of players as well, too. And that is so important to getting to this point and being able to have a victory parade.
And we saw Christian Vasquez, who was a late addition to the roster. He came in seamlessly in some ways, because here was a guy from Puerto Rico like Martin Maldonado. They knew each other, and it was important to bring in guys that could complement these Astros, not guys who wanted to be the guy and may not play and perhaps cause an issue in the clubhouse. They brought in the right guys, and this is the result.
It makes you wonder, too. I talked about that close relationship and bond that they have. Like, okay, who gets to ride on the front of the float? Who's going to step to the back?
Well,
are the veterans like, man, our Fab Five, I'll call them, like Bregman, although he was up front. He's like, I've done this before, but I'm going to hop back up front again.
Was up front. I don't think anybody's going to argue with him.
No.
And there's Chaz doing the Chaz chomp.
Yeah.
Chaz McCormick truly is a remarkable story. Playing in the Philadelphia area. He grew up in Westchester, Pennsylvania, 40 minutes outside Philadelphia. He was not highly recruited, goes to Millersville University, a Division II school that most people have probably never heard of. But the head coach there, John Sheehan, has now produced 2 major leaguers, Chaz McCormick and Tim Meza, who's pitching for the Blue Jays. It is one of the most remarkable stories in all of college baseball.
All I know is that Chaz McCormick got a jump on a fly ball and got on the wall and took it down, and that was it.
Yeah, the trophy being passed over to Aledmus Diaz now.
Can somebody tell me, how many trophies are there? Because I've seen 2 in the parade. Which, is it one?
Well,
how many trophies are there?
Maybe they bring out a replica for this instance, so they have 2, because the fans, they want a photo of the players with that trophy.
Maybe there's not a real one out here in the parade, just in case.
Maybe we learned our lesson after 2017 and our trophy, then the Commissioner's Trophy, taking a few dents and dings.
And hockey fans in Houston are screaming, Stanley Cup, everyone gets to take it home. That's the best trophy. Everyone gets a piece of it.
Right.
But Christian Vasquez, we saw him with the trophy. He's won one before at the expense of the Astros. He won one with the Boston Red Sox.
Yeah.
Ouch. And you had to remind us, right? But we have to talk about where we've been to be able to get to today and celebrate today. That's really what makes it so much sweeter as well, too. Those bumps along the way just as much as those victories along the way.
Now there's Verlander. We didn't see him when he went by. Did you see him? I didn't see him.
I did not see him.
There he is.
Justin Verlander.
Now,
the time off from baseball, I think, reset him.
You're right.
He has expressed how he's become more involved as a teammate, a mentor, and the way he sees the game. It just reset him that he truly appreciates everything now. Not to say that he didn't before, but he has gained a greater appreciation.
Yeah, once you're away from the game for more than a year.
And he will be your Cy Young Award winner at his age, coming off Tommy John surgery. Justin Verlander.
Impressive.
Now the big question is, does he stay?
There's Dusty. Right. Hello.
Right. Does he stay, or would he quite possibly retire at this point?
Well, he's not going to retire. He's talked about pitching well into his 40s.
Really?
He is a free agent. He has a player option, which he will exercise, meaning he can test the market.
Sure.
But at this point, a guy like Justin Verlander, I'm imagining, has all the money he could possibly want. Winning, cementing his legacy as one of the all-time greats. What other team is there out there that can, A, offer him the money and, more importantly, offer him a chance to win another World Series?
Right.
So, yes, the odds, one sportsbook says Verlander's odds of coming back are around 17%.
Really?
I dispute that. I think they're much higher. He also has a very personal, close relationship with the owner, Jim Crane, and that is how how Justin Verlander came back.
Yeah. Well, I will say this. We can live without him based on what I saw in these playoffs. We are loaded at
But
pitcher.
Do we want to live without him?
I didn't say we want to. I said we could.
You need all the pitching you can have.
Yes, I agree.
In fact, the Astros had to deal an arm, Jake Odorizzi, to free up more space in the starting rotation.
Right.
But Verlander, the big question is, how much longer can he sustain this type of success?
Hard to know.
At this level,
Thus far, so good because of what he did this past season and finally getting that World Series win. History shows that Verlander was always better in a second start than his first World Series start. But what he was able to accomplish, really no short of a miracle. But then again, we're talking about Justin Verlander.
This is true. The energy continues down here. It really is infectious. The parade has long passed our setup and our station where we are, but the fans, they are still here and they're still cheering on their Houston Astros. They feel good. They feel empowered after seeing their team, seeing those trophies as well, too. They have been chanting. They have been flying their flags. They have been holding up their signs, and they have been celebrating. Houston! Houston!
Yeah.
They are all Astros all the time.
I could be a DJ for this group all day. Call and response all day long.
Absolutely. And this has been great because so many Houstonians have been able to participate in today. I know people who are like, hey, this is phenomenal. It is a 3-day weekend thanks to the Astros. And boy, do we need that third day. Even if you were watching the parade from home, you needed that third day to recover from staying up late Saturday night and celebrating. I know plenty of people who continued the celebration yesterday as well too. And here in the Houston sports scene, there's also just so much to watch and do and see. We know that Houston Astros fans, they are Astros fans, but they're just as much celebrating and supporting our other sports teams too.
And so we're located right here on Smith and Texas, right in front of the Wortham Theater. The parade has gone past us. You're looking at further down Smith Street here. This is Smith and what?
2M.
Oh,
this
right.
is the end of the parade.
End of the parade route. Okay, so that's the very end of the parade route. Where we are, folks have started to pack up, leave, some scragglers, but it's still a pretty good crowd out here.
And no surprise, lots of orange, blue, and white confetti everywhere.
All over the roads.
You know, a lot of people will walk around and they'll pick up some of this confetti from the ground to save as a memento, to mark this occasion as well. If you've never experienced a championship parade, it's something that you will talk about for years to come. I'm happy to say that this is our second World Series championship parade, and it's just as special this time. And for those who celebrate it and mark the occasion for their first time, such a phenomenal afternoon here. And Houston, you know, Houston knows how to prop up their athletes and celebrate them, and do so in such a hospitable and kind way. Nothing but love out here today as well.
All right, let's go to Brandy Smith now. She's been checking out all the things lighting up on social media. Hey, Brandy.
Hey guys, I wanted to give you perspective that we don't get from the cameras that we have along the parade route. The folks who are on those floats who are on the ladder trucks. The Astros tweeting out this photo, calling them the Fab Five. You got Yuli, Bregman, Altuve, McCullers, and Verlander there. I like this photo from Yuli, but his next one was so touching. So he tweeted, "Our greatest strength are our supportive championship families. They deal with a lot to make it easier for us to perform. Here's the other half of my pineapple plus 2 small chunks," up there on the parade float with him. Paul Wall was also out there with the Astros. Don't know if you spotted him, but he was with Mattress Mac. You notice a little extra bling here for Mac? That's because Paul Wall gave him one of his chains. He also shared his socks and shoes along the route. Of course, the broadcast crew for the Astros was out there as well. Look what else. Remember this from 2017? The hat going up the parking garage after a fan dropped it? Well, it came back. I want to give you a little better look. We have it in 2 instances, or 2 different vantage points, I should say, but it came back again. I feel like this was one of those moments from the 2017 parade that everyone remembers because it showcased the joy and the unity we felt as a community there. Neighbors helping neighbors out there rooting for their Astros. So many other photos coming in of folks heading down to the parade, getting ready, even if they weren't, down there, downtown, midtown, repping from home if they could. This is something from this weekend, but I wanted to point it out. Last night, 8 p.m., people were loading up, waiting in line at the Astros team store to get that gear. And I feel like maybe a lot of us can share this sentiment. Me looking at all the Astros championship merch I have to have, I am never going to financially recover from this. You know what? It's okay though. You can rep the Astros for a very long time with all that championship gear that you got. I'm still rocking the 2017 stuff. Also the mementos. The Cron selling those 3 special edition covers. Astros, champs, again. And this was the line of folks hanging out there waiting to get their hands on those pieces of memorabilia, again, that you can have forever. Mimi tweeted, "All my classes got canceled for this Astros parade. They shut down the schools. One thing about Houston, they go hard." Not every school got shut down though. You had Bregman asking Katy ISD to cancel. They stayed open. So we've got plenty of teachers and students out here repping with their Astros gear on. And you have the folks who still had to work. I was talking to Jen Reyna. We were like, we would love to be out there in the crowd, but you know what? Some of us, we still got to get that paycheck. So Domo tweeted to everyone at the Astros parade while I'm at work, "Must be nice. Soak it up for us." Gonna leave you with this one from Court, who says, "Heartbroken, I won't be able to go to the parade. I can't wait to see all the videos and pictures. Stay safe and kind out there, H-Town, and throw a few screams and go Astros for me." So anyone out there who can hear me, even if you're in your living room, give a little Go Stros shout out for all of us who are, rooting for the team from afar. I'm going to try to send it back to Len, Mia, and Jason if I can.
So many moments captured there on people's phones and cameras. One of those photos and one of those tweets that we saw was La Piña talking about Yuli Gurriel. He was injured. So thankful to see him here today taking part. Nothing was probably going to keep him from coming to this parade.
The rundown late in Game 5, a knee injury, knee sprain was what we were told. He was devastated that he couldn't play. He tried everything he could, and that may be his final game as a Houston Astro. Really? Of course, the batting title the year before did not have a strong regular season. Looking here, he hit .242 with 8 homers and 53 runs driven in. By Yuli's standards, that just wasn't what Yuli does.
He was crucial in the playoffs.
But he stepped up in the playoffs. He was hitting more than 300 in the World Series. Again, over 300, and his glove. He is a crucial part of that defensive group that has been so good for the Astros. He picks the throws out of the dirt. He's a guy that really makes Jeremy Pena Alex Bregman and Jose Altuve look even better because of what he's able to do with the glove.
Yeah, there goes that Hall of Famer truck that we had the pleasure of seeing earlier, and they continue to make their way along the parade route as well, to Enos Cabell there. We have Craig Biggio, Jeff Bagwell, some serious heavy hitters from the Astros past.
And we've got our team all over the parade route. Let's go back to Zach Tawatari. Zach, where are you? What's going on?
I'm at the corner of Preston and Louisiana. It's just half a block off the parade route. And let me tell you something. I don't think since the last out was recorded in the World Series, the party has just kept going for these fans, right?
Party don't stop!
We're still getting confetti. All right, so a lot of confetti here. We saw it coming down as the players were going by today, and I wanted to ask Alex here from Deer Park a question or two. Alex, tell me, what was this experience like today, seeing your team as World Series champ go by on the floats?
It was a very incredible, we had a good time, being out here. Since 6 in the morning, we out here waiting for our champs,
And one of the things I loved, and it's just, so indicative of Houston, everybody, all these Astros fans were just so kind and letting people come through. Nobody was pushing. It was just a very enjoyable atmosphere, right?
Yes, it was. Yeah, no trouble at all. Everybody was peaceful, and we just had a blast. Go Astros!
It's pretty incredible. You guys saw the crowds earlier, and I've still got this crowd going on. This is at least 20 minutes since the players went by us. So still having a lot of fun out here on the street, but everybody being safe and having a good time. So we'll send it back to you guys, sir.
Yeah, good times all in downtown Houston. Such an amazing time down here, reveling in the Astros victory with this Victory Day parade. We're on the front end of it, hence why the crowd is thinned out, but we still have a crew here representing, holding on strong. Hey, stay with us. Our parade coverage continues right after this.
The KHOU 11 weather team is serious about keeping you weather smart, tracking storms sooner, alerting you faster, giving you critical time to prepare with smart tracker technology. KHOU 11's team of certified meteorologists track every inch of the Gulf Coast, studying every disturbance, every moment of every day. Always accurate, always ready for serious weather. The KHOU 11 weather team, keeping you weather smart.
We are back in downtown Houston as the Victory Parade continues, and I'm busy doing what fans do during the commercial break. You see this right here? I collected some of the confetti that fell from the sky.
What are you going to do with it?
I'm going to put it in a little bottle.
I thought you were going to toss it.
Put it up in the
I thought we were going to have a little party on stage here.
Well, we can do that after the next break. But meanwhile, this one is mine.
I'm taking that home.
This is going home. This is joining the collection from last time.
Okay,
so
it's the
hopefully,
collection.
I'll get myself a nice little collection going here. This is installment 2. Looking forward to a possible installment 3.
2022. Who knows what's next? Maybe next year, hopefully.
Yes.
Len Cannon along with Mia Gradney, Jason Bristol. We're on the front end of the parade. It has gone past us. It is still rolling all the way to 2am. That's another mile from here. It is slowly wrapping up. People leaving here slowly, but still some people hanging out, enjoying, watching the broadcast live from here.
Yeah, so many people off for the day.
Yeah.
Whether they asked for it off and got it off, or whether they didn't.
Say hooky.
I know someone told me as they were walking around here, I'm like, oh, you have the day off from school? They're like, no, I skipped. They're not the only one. Let me tell you, from the size of the crowd here today, not the only one. All right, so we have so much traffic here in downtown Houston. We got everybody here, and now we got to get everyone home. Let's check in with Jennifer Reyna.
You know,
Jen?
it sounds like everything has been a home run as far as how Houstonians have acted out there, and so hopefully we'll send you home smoothly. I know that those rails and everything going back out will be a little bit more congested. I'm already seeing folks who said they left a little bit earlier, walk to their destination so that, you know, they could beat the rush, but we still have 22 miles per hour in the downtown area off of 45, the Gulf Freeway, and also on 59, the East Tex, where you see the purple. That was Smith, where the parade actually took place. And when I zoom in, all of the red dotted lines, this is all congestion, and of course a lot of pedestrian traffic, a lot of bicyclists. So you saw some folks on roller skates and just really taking their time. And so it's going to be one of those situations where I hope no one's on their cell phone as they traverse away from the downtown area, because you need to really be watching out for pedestrians and bicyclists. This is what it looks like on the highways. I-10 Katy Freeway at Taylor. It looks like it's backed up, but this is only downtown traffic. If you're anywhere else in the city, it's not going to be too bad. This is the east side of downtown, I-10 East at the San Jacinto area. That's going to be closer to University of Downtown. And this is I-45 at I-10. You can still see the Smith exit is still blocked off by police presence, and I'm not surprised by that. They might reopen it until after 2 o'clock. Rest of the camera shots here don't look too bad. Like I said, the rest of the city is A-OK, but I'm wishing everyone well, and hopefully everybody enjoyed the parade, and I'll just send it back your way.
All right, thank you, Jen, with the update on the traffic situation. A lot of people have started to leave from downtown. Heck of a parade route. A lot of fun, a lot of cheering, a lot of excitement. Wrapping up this second World Championship for the Astros.
So many memories that took place here today, right? And it all culminating after an amazing season that we had from these Houston Astros, an amazing regular season, and then taking a look at this postseason. Boy.
It's funny to see some of the signs, the level up signs are being left here on the ground. It reminds me of the graphic that the Astros have been posting on social media, showing the Mariners signs on the ground and the Yankee signs on the ground and a broom, and counting the number of wins needed to win a world championship, which the Astros attained, that number being 11.
All right, so we're at the beginning of the parade, but our Cheetah Craft is at the end of the parade. Let's check in with her right now. Cheetah?
Hey guys, that's right. We are at the end of the parade at Smith and 2am Street. These fans are loving seeing everybody go by. We just saw the Westbury marching band go by. You know, everybody's been cheering and getting, of course, so pumped up. But I tell you what, really peaceful, really great. It's been a great experience out here. We've met a ton of big fans. Look at this, the High Water Rescue Team passing by. They're all throwing T-shirts and the fans are loving it. Hey, how much are you having fun out here? Loving it. Is there a photographer up there? Yeah. Whose birthday is it? Astros! Astros! And I think and my sister. And her sister's birthday, she told me earlier. But yeah, go Astros. Everybody here has been great. I can't say this enough. We've got so many people, and everybody's just coming together to cheer on Astros and seeing the parade live. What an experience we get to share, all in this joy. It's pretty amazing. I think everybody's waiting to see that World Series trophy, you know? I'll send it back to you guys, but everybody's loving being out here. Come on.
Cheetah Craft, thank you. At the end of the parade route there on Smith and 2M, 1.7 miles. That's where it is wrapping up. We're at the front end. We have had so much fun watching these folks take in the parade, see their heroes. Very cool.
It's one giant street party is what it turns into. It really does. You know, they see their championship players, the confetti falls and flies. It really is surreal in this moment for fans. I even think for the players, right? And especially when you look at rookies like Jeremy Pena, right? This has got to be so surreal for him.
Especially in their first year. There's some guys that go an entire career without even playing in a World Series. Michael Brantley expressed to the team that he was tired of giving losing hugs because he had been on 4 losing World Series teams in his career. But for guys like David Hensley, Hunter Brown, and of course Jeremy Pena, rookies, it's got to be just this indescribable feeling that here they are celebrating a world championship in their first season in the major leagues.
It's pretty cool because, we're in a political season, and we know what that means. There's a lot of back and forth and finger pointing. This is the unifying force of the city, the Houston Astros, something everybody agrees on, roots for, cheers for.
Oh, and it's amazing wherever you go, whether it's the grocery store or the barber shop or your kid's school or work. Everybody's talking about the Astros, right? Everyone's behind the Astros. You don't know any naysayers here in this town. Houston represents their Stros, and they represent their Stros well.
And hopefully the Texans can get it together here in the back end of the season.
Oh my goodness.
I just thought I'd throw that in there.
Gracious, Lynn, we're keeping the mood light and fun and festive today.
And it's funny how we're nearing the end of this parade, and it reminds me of how good this bullpen was during the season. After 8 innings during the regular season, when the Astros had the lead, they were 93-2.
Oh my.
93-2. And a lot of teams out there have so many issues when it comes to their bullpens. And, they hand the ball off to these guys in the back end of a bullpen, and who knows what happens. But the Astros were able to nail it down. Again, 93-2 after 8 innings during the regular season when they had the lead.
I was really impressed because, watching Presley last year, this year, he just was so amazing, so efficient.
To me, he's
dominant.
so reliable, too. He's like Mr. Reliable. When he goes up to the mound, as a fan, I always feel like, okay, we're good.
He was better this year than he was last year.
He was. He had 33 saves this year, which I believe set a new team record. And he did have some issues. He was on the injured list twice, but he struck out 65 in 48 innings during the season, and he had a career high 33 saves. So his 33 saves this year were a career high, and he pitched in 50 games with an ERA under 3. There's a lot to like about that.
I want to give viewers a heads up as you're watching what to look for, right? Oh, it's all great. It's all engaging. Love seeing it all, but we know you want to see those players and those trophies. Look for the players on the decked out floats that have all of the balloons, the orange, blue, and white balloons and gold stars. Those floats are carrying your Houston Astros championship players. So that's what you need to be on the lookout for.
All right, and our Matt Musso, who's been covering the Astros for decades, he's at Minute Maid Park right now. Matt.
Can I talk? Hold on 1 second. Hey guys, how we doing? Yeah, longtime Houstonians dreamed of days like this, right? But it's like Bun B said earlier, it's parade day. Let's show you all this throng of fans. We followed them, thousands of them, as they went into the downtown area. Now they're coming back. They're getting to the metro stations. They're getting to the parking lots. And let's stop some fans here and see what they thought of the parade, because everyone was packed in tight to see what was going on. What were your thoughts on today's parade? Can you give me your thoughts on the parade? Oh, well, that's what they think. That's what they think right there. Well, I guess that's a 5-star review. I guess that's a 5-star review right there. I actually was looking for a cop.
Matt Musil there in the mix with the fans back at the ballpark. The parade route is here along Smith Street.
They must be waiting on the players.
Oh, that's exactly what they're waiting for. And why not go to the home of the championship team, right? They might be ready to go inside the team store as well, too.
Yeah.
So people just really wanting to extend this time that they're out here celebrating the Astros as much as they can. Make a day out of it.
Do we have time to go to the store? I think they have new product in today.
Oh, let's make a drive-by. Let's do it. I'm on top of it. I'm ready to go. Who's buying? He's got the credit card. But here's the fun part. For all of those fans, for the thousands and thousands of fans we've seen out here today, we saw so many rewarded with some giveaways from the team, from the Houston Sports Authority, from our different government entities here within Harris County, giving away rally towels and beads And then, what I think is great is free. You hold your hand up at the right time and catch some of that confetti to be able to hold to and keep in your memory book for the future. Yes, yeah.
Put it in a bowl? What are you going to do?
Look,
Make it a decoration?
learn from an expert here, right? I've done this a time or two with the Rockets, also with the Astros. There are things that you'll want to keep and you'll be able to share with your family and with your children and with your grandchildren as well.
And that home field advantage really came into play in this series, which is interesting because in past series, they had the best record in 1980 and 2019, and they weren't able to win. So this was finally the year that the Astros broke through having that home field advantage. Dusty Baker wanted it, the Astros got it, and what you're seeing right here, that's a big reason why, because of these fans.
Yeah, Jason, let's talk about that. I just picked up my rally towel that was thrown out here. It's just one of the items that they were giving away. But let's talk about this rallying cry of level up. What was the meaning behind that? Explain to us. Like, as a fan, I know it was time to level up. It was time to bring it. Same for the hometown team, too?
Yeah, I mean, it was basically to get back to the level of the World Series and to clinch another championship. Early on, it was take it back, and earned history and things like that. And this is the marketing department works really hard to find something that Astros fans can really rally around on social media. And if you do #LevelUp, you're part of the club.
Well, it's also a popular song.
Yes, Lynn and I would be in the studio during commercial break talking about level up, level up, level up, level up, right? Exactly.
Ciara action.
So easy to get behind, but this is important because this creates a fan momentum and something that helps carry the team through the season and the series as well.
The Astros won the American League West by 16 games.
Well, we knew
16
in
games.
July. We knew, okay, we know they're going to make the playoffs. We know they're probably going to win their division. The question is, can they run the table and win it all? That was the only question for Astros fans most of the season.
And
you don't know.
It's great winning division titles.
Yeah.
It's great. But at this point in the evolution of this franchise, division titles don't matter.
No.
It's about World Series and
Look
being so close.
The Phillies backed into the playoffs and then shocked everybody. So
and 106 wins. Yes, many people. There were some people on social media criticizing Dusty for the way he was constructing his lineups because we need to get that team record 107 wins and tied and break it.
You're darned if you do, you're darned if you don't.
This is the beauty of Dusty. He was able to seamlessly weave guys in and out of the lineup, even when they were struggling, when they weren't hitting. He instills confidence in his guys. And we had a player, Zach Greinke, back in 2019, who was yanked during a World Series game prematurely.
Yes, everybody agrees with that.
Zach Greinke, the next season, when Dusty stays with him during a playoff game, to all the reporters on Zoom, said this was the first time I felt like someone had confidence in me as an Astro.
Wow.
Yeah.
These guys are machines, but they're not machines.
Yeah.
They have feelings, and sometimes what's going on in their head is as important or more important than what's going on in their bat or glove.
Mm-hmm.
So we've been watching fans. We've watched them stay and cheer even after the parade has passed them. We see some fans walking as well. Some fans making their way on over to Minute Maid Park, right? Why let the party in? We've seen fans with their rally towels and their signs. I have to point out, my rally towel says level up. But if you've seen these fans here that have been holding up their signs, they say leveled up. Past tense. We did it. Mission accomplished.
All right, let's go to Cheetah Craft again, who's on the parade route at the end of the route. Hello, Cheetah.
Yes. Hey, everybody say hi. Dude, these fans have been waiting to say hi. Okay, we have had the most lit fans down here, and now that everybody's going down, it's the end of the parade, so they are seeing all the things right now. But it's really been an amazing crowd for it being so hot, so humid. They have been really, really kind all day. In fact, everybody's been sharing their water, their Gatorade, their umbrellas. It's actually been really amazing to see. I was out here live 2017, and it's so organized. Everybody's been so pumped to be here. Okay, everybody on the count of three, say go Astros! Go Astros! Okay, so our photographer's obviously really high. So as they see everybody pass by, they're giving the wave. We've been shouting all morning. So hopefully you're feeling the energy from our TVs. But go Astros. I can't believe we did this again. 2022, all these fans, the best fans in the entire world, the kindest people, and the biggest diehards. We have plenty of families that were here, children, parents, grandparents, that they were all already here for 2017. So it's back to back, they're enjoying it. Guys, everybody look up and say, hello. Everybody's looking up because obviously U of H band passing by. But how amazing, we've got 1 million people and everybody's so peaceful.
Cheetah Craft there at the end of the parade.
Managing the crowds down there.
I tell you, but you know what? She mentioned just how hospitable everyone's been.
Yeah.
That's what Houston fans do. We love our sports teams. We love to come out and celebrate. And this is the celebration of celebrations, right? When you get to a championship victory parade, this is the celebration that we so hunger for and crave through the years. It's been 5 years. You know, you blink and you feel like it's been just a minute.
Yeah.
But sometimes, some of those seasons, it didn't feel like it had been just a minute.
Right.
It felt like we were traipsing through some mud. But the Astros team this year, boy, a team that was just fueled by fire, by great leadership as well, talking about Dusty Baker there. And we know that Jason talks about some of the decisions that were made, right?
Yeah. And so in terms of looking forward, Jason, to next year, here's my question.
We can already talk about next year now?
Yeah, we are.
Our superstitions.
We can't enjoy this yet?
We got the trophy. Now what's next?
I sound like a manager.
Yeah,
Dusty
you
Baker's
do.
like, can you let me enjoy this before we start thinking about next year?
Who's in, who's out next year?
Well,
the starting lineup?
Brantley, free agent.
Oh.
Christian Vasquez, free agent. Yuli, free agent.
Oh.
And there's a bunch of other guys who've had lesser roles.
Okay.
Verlander is a big one.
Yeah.
So I have to believe that they will definitely make a strong run at Verlander.
Verlander?
Vasquez, I believe, is going to be the catcher of the future.
Okay.
Even though he's on the other side of 30, but if you get him for 2 or 3 more years, that's a guy that you can definitely use and will be a productive player. Verlander is going to be key. Brantley has talked about wanting to come back, I think, at the right price.
Yeah.
Right.
Certainly there was a hole in left field when he wasn't there. They moved Jordan out there, who was able to play some decent defense out there. He made a great catch in Game 6. So that's another situation that is certainly worth monitoring. But the big guy is definitely Justin Verlander. What will he do? There's a lot of talk that the Dodgers would be
they have more money,
an attractive spot.
And money is the big motivator. But here's the thing: you mentioned this earlier. He's already made plenty of money, right? And it's about winning at this point. With players like Verlander, right? I think about Tom Brady in football. When I think about JV, right? They're of that age. They're still able to play in the game. For them at this point, it's just about winning and these championships. And you gotta believe, or at least as a fan, I believe
he's coming
that
back.
he's gonna stick around and be back.
Yeah,
we'll see. But what's also interesting is the schedule. There's a new revised schedule coming out next season. The Astros beat up on teams in the American League West. They've done that for years.
Okay.
They typically play 19 games against their AL West opponents. The A's, the Angels,
Mariners,
the Arlington team.
Okay.
They beat up on those teams. Next year, they're only going to play 13 games against those teams.
Okay.
So that's going to be a bit of a difference as well.
So they win the division by 8 games instead of 15.
Yeah, that's it. That's fine.
But the first game is going to be against the Chicago White Sox. It's on March 30th. It's the 4-game opening series, the first time that the Astros have opened the season against Chicago. The White Sox are a team that really struggled this year. They will have a new manager. They are very talented in the AL Central, but mark your calendars. That's when
it'll be
baseball,
here before you know it.
It really will. We'll have the holidays,
and
we'll look up, and it'll
yeah.
be time for spring training.
Yeah.
I mean, it'll be time to go again. We've been watching the fans continue to celebrate and revel in all the fun after the parade. Our Cheetah Craft was at, or is still at, the end of the parade route. She's watched most of the parade pass by there as well too. But people just really enjoying all of this in downtown Houston this afternoon. The weather has cooperated with us today, thank goodness, although be it a little steamy, right?
Just a little
hot,
on the steamy side.
but no rain or severe weather to compete with. So for that reason, it's been amazing. It actually feels just like baseball weather out here. So maybe perhaps it is fitting that today was so warm, but that didn't stop people from coming out and enjoying. Can't wait to hear the final numbers, the estimates on just how many people showed up today to celebrate the Houston Astros and their championship.
All right, let's go back to Zach Tawatara. He's one of our reporters on the parade route. Zach.
The beginning of where this parade started a little while ago at Smith and Preston, and now you can pretty much see the fans have totally cleared out. We have a lot of confetti on the ground, celebratory confetti, so that's always good. The clanking, of the cleanup is starting over here, but I think the word that best described today, it's like what Mia was saying just a little while ago, hospitable. These fans just struck me as having so much respect for each other, for their team, and for their city. We heard a lot of them talk today about how this Astros team so represents the city of Houston when it comes to the diversity of the team. I had somebody I interviewed a little bit earlier say, the team looks like us. And that's exactly what it is. They represent the city of Houston. So a great day overall, and so enjoyed being part of this fan experience as everybody was so gracious and really did such a nice job of showing respect to their team. And now we're going to go back to Cheetah Craft right now. She's with more fans, I believe.
Are you kidding? We have got the best fans, but not only that, this crowd is about to crazy. We have the World Series champions about to roll up at the end of the parade. Smith and Juwan, take a look at this. Oh, this crowd, I can see them. They've got the trophy. They have been waiting for this moment since about 6 a.m. this morning. And they're just right down their way. So we're all excited to welcome our World Series champs. We saw Andre Johnson just a little bit pass through. And what a crowd. I mean, this crowd has been unbelievable. They've all got their cameras. It's like a sea of fans and cameras here, ready to give our World Series champs the biggest round of applause. Oh, I see Bregman. Here we go. This is it. Do you see them? How lucky are we?
Let's go, Houston! We won the Iron!
Yes! It's hot. These are our boys right here. Yes. Okay, World Series champions. We're welcoming them in 2022, baby. This is it. Space City knows how to do it. I mean, this city has come together for the most special day. It's hot and it's humid, but tons of kids are here. How great is this, y'all?
It looks even shinier and prettier in person. Pretty incredible.
Oh my goodness, am I still on? Ivan, that's right.
Cheetah Craft down there on the parade route with all those fans, watching the players go by with that trophy. This is such an incredible moment for our city. It's interesting, when they won the World Series on Saturday night,
we have the best fans.
People who don't live in the Houston area or outside Texas were like, oh, it's going to get crazy and people are going to get crazy in the streets and it's going to be too wild. But let me tell you, everyone has just enjoyed this moment so much, has been so gracious, has been so hospitable, has been so wonderful, welcoming the other fans who are coming in from around the state, really, to celebrate the Astros. I mean, we have kept it classy and we have had so much fun with all of this. So I love seeing it all.
And to be fair, people have been partying.
Oh, yeah.
Responsibly,
Responsibly, that's the key.
As far as we know, which is always a plus. That's always a plus. But this is something that we've earned as Houstonians. We put in the years being Astros fans. We've supported them through thick and thin, and despite a lot of hatred from all over the place. This is our trophy, and nobody can take it away, and nobody's going to take away the 2017 trophy either.
And I think one of the best parts is when we were watching this parade unfold and we've seen the fans, everyone is chanting, "We want Houston, we want Houston." That was a fun moment to see those folks.
Absolutely.
As those
hey,
folks
listen,
went by.
We've got more parade coverage coming up. Don't go away. We'll be right back after this.
HOU 11 has all your parade coverage. You can show off your fan photos by texting 713-526-1111. Sponsored by Academy Sports and Outdoors.
People ask me why I'm backing Alexander Miller for Harris County Judge. Why get involved in politics? It's simple. What we tolerate, we encourage. And we should never tolerate lawlessness. We all deserve to feel safe in our neighborhoods. I trust Alexander Miller to go to work and make Harris County safe for everybody.
Mac, one thing's for sure. Against the odds, you and I find a way to win. Now it's time to finish the job and take our county back.
Paula and Joaquin are a softball family.
I guess we had a chance to spend some time with my daughter.
From T-ball to now, it's just grown so much.
Gaetano is an insurance agent.
I've been with AAA Insurance for 10 years. I love being with AAA because I love helping our members.
It was an easy transition.
We looked at the statement for our previous insurer and then AAA, definitely we've seen a huge difference.
But that's just one part of the picture.
A lot of insurance companies can quote you a low price, but what are they not telling you? Do you have a huge deductible, low limits or caps? What about rental coverage? With the AAA full picture quote, you can see what you've been missing.
We're a AAA family now.
Moving forward, we're going to be able to save so much money.
Switch to insurance through AAA Texas. You could save an average of $483. Call 888-293-2416 for your free AAA full picture quote.
Democrat judges are putting women's lives at risk, releasing criminals like Alex Guajardo, charged repeatedly with domestic abuse, then released from jail on low bond. He brutally murdered his wife and unborn child 18 hours later. Another Democrat judge released a convicted sex offender and human trafficker on multiple felony bonds. He was a wanted fugitive after spending 20 years forcing women and children into prostitution. We deserve better. Vote out soft on crime, Democrat judges.
While others are struggling to find materials, Texas Mattress Makers has it all. The foam we buy from Brenham and Waco, our springs come from Ennis, Texas, our lumber comes from Louisiana. We've always sourced locally. That means you won't have to wait to get the mattress you deserve. We manufacture in Houston so we can still deliver your best night's sleep right now.
Huge savings, select mattresses starting at $649, plus get free cooling technology, free box spring, and free delivery.
Academy Sports and Outdoors, official sporting goods retailer of the Houston Astros.
Welcome back to our KHU 11 coverage of the Victory Parade that has just wrapped up here in downtown Houston. I'm Len Cannon, along with Mia Gradney, Jason Bristol. We've had a ball out here. We've been here since 10 this morning, bringing you the pre-parade, leading up to the parade, and all the festivities through the parade.
Now you could say this is the after party, right? The crowd is cleared out here. We have a few folks still hanging with us
Diehards
as well. We're at the far north end of what was the parade route, just 2 blocks south of the start. Archita Kraft has been at the end of the parade route. Let's check back in with her now to see if the fun is still going.
Dude, Justin Verlander just about to get in the truck. All the guys, we're welcoming our World Series champions back. Now, here's KHOU. Look at the fans. This is what they have been waiting for. The end of the parade, our guys getting off. How pumped are you to see these guys? Yeah. Look at this. We're welcoming our World Series champions. You see my colors. Again, Altuve! World Series, baby! Yeah! Dude, you're the man. What a series. ride. And these guys, how gracious are they? It's unbelievable to talk and talk to the fans. They've been high-fiving. I mean, the best fans, the best players. There's Dusty. Oh, what an incredible ride. Again, the end of the parade. This is Smith and 2M. Some of these fans have been out here since 5, 6 a.m. this morning, and this is what they have been waiting for. To see the players, to see Dusty, to welcome their champions right here at home. Oh, what a feeling. I got to get the crowd. Okay, I think we're going to break. But you see these fans, this is what they've been waiting for. All right, we'll see you in a minute.
Ay hawapika diapangsit ihirakapong wahmanta pakarisong kay pacha chayping pachamama kausasan munay kaining kausay nikitat ihirangka pero suyo kanta suyasunki.
Start your adventure in Peru.
What would happen to Texas if Beto O'Rourke became governor? Beto would hammer us with crushing tax increases, crumble our oil and gas industry with his radical environmental policies. He'd destroy public safety, opening our borders and defunding the police. And Beto would demolish law and order with easy bail, putting violent criminals back on the streets. Texas under Beto O'Rourke wouldn't be Texas anymore.
Speedy Cash has been lending customers a helping hand since 1997. But life has gotten much busier, and convenience matters. So now you can choose how you apply. Call, click, or come in. You can call, and we'll help you complete your application over the phone. You can click, skip the phone call, and go online, anytime, any place. Or come in and chat face-to-face with a real person with real solutions. So when you need cash fast, we've got your back. Apply now. Call, click, or come in to Speedy Cash.
Love that Speedy Cash.
With 21 locations across Greater Houston, Houston Eye Associates is available for all of your vision needs. Routine eye exams with on-site optical shops for discounted contacts and glasses, to specialty care for LASIK, cataracts, glaucoma, retinal issues, pediatric vision, and much more. Early detection of eye disease is essential in preventing vision loss, so schedule an appointment online today or come into a location near your neighborhood. Houston Eye Associates. See the difference.